Yeah, we're all set up now. We're live. If you want to do the recap, we're ready to go.
Okie dokie. Yeah, so last we left off, last session, we had a really long recap.
It wasn't that long.
The actual
It was only 40 minutes.
an hour. Oh, okay. But yeah, once we got into the session, you guys were in Castle Never, and you met up with the king, the Ghost King of Neverwinter, and his good old friend Mordivel, and they were discussing the future of the city, their plans for rebuilding the city and trying to bring more control. And I think you guys seemed pretty happy with the way things were going, and decided that you were going to go on a ship with some of the Minton mercenaries that were returning to the Isles to the west, and you were gonna go as a guard service when it leaves in a few days. But the few days, you have a couple of days to get set up, finish a few bits around town. One of which is the slaver issue, and a certain someone in Peg's past that she wishes to find, that you had heard some word about. Also, after you guys left, there was the introduction between the king and the leader of the Sons of Alagondar, old Arlon Blade Shaper. They had a nice meeting, and he seemed to be brought on under the king as an assistant of sorts, to help in the reconstruction of the city. In what capacity, it wasn't really pointed out, but that is also happening. And then we had Timon and Peg going down to meet Peg's old friend Sally, the tattooist, and they asked her if she knew of anything about this Black Bones clan. They've heard connections to the slavers in town, which elicited a pretty scared response from Sally. She was worried that they had got involved in something a bit, and she told them what she knew of how they were a fairly powerful clan that dealt in a wide variety of things, but most of them illegal, trading and whatnot, and that they had some links in the city, specifically with a place called the Snake Pits, the fighting pits in the city that you had previously been to, where you kind of pissed everyone off by stealing all their money. Completely legitimate venture.
Yeah, we didn't steal their money. We won their money.
Okay, to be fair, I feel like only one person pissed them off.
It's
Like,
true. Specifically
winning all their
Darwin.
money.
But I mean, Greglis was sort of his manager, kind of, at that point. I think he pronounced himself as their manager.
I think I was his hype man.
Yeah. And yeah, that's where we left off. I think you guys had actually just gone back to Castle Never for the night, and we're just discussing a few things that you wanted to do in the coming few days. So yeah.
So where are we now? We're in the tower, or we're just in town?
I think we left off with you guys in the castle at the end of the day. I think I might be wrong.
I think we were going to sleep for the night.
Yeah, we were going to sleep for the night after having our conversation with the king.
Oh yeah, right. Did we level up?
No. You did not level up.
Yeah, because we went through all that.
Every time. Every day. Ooh, I still have inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so recap's done, I guess. Yes.
Yep.
Sweet. All right,
Okay,
we're-
so
we're
we
in
went
the
to
tower.
sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, and the night preventively, you guys probably noticed that the renovations in the castle continue through the night. So most of the humans probably leave as it gets later. However, the ghosts have no need of sleep, and they continue to work away. With some of them are able, you've seen, like, to do sort of simple lifting of objects, but most of them are just sort of moving about, talking to each other. It's all kind of very strange. If you guys sleep sleep peacefully, nothing seems to happen, and you get up nice and early in the morning. I'm assuming. What is everyone doing in the morning?
I'm just gonna come on down for breakfast, have myself coffee, and really just relax for the moment. Get ready for the day.
In light of our other campaign, I'm gonna go and have a bath.
A
Wait,
bath?
why?
Yeah, because there was a point brought up in the other campaign that we don't really bathe very often.
I would say that Peg is probably the cleanest, considering she swims in the water a lot.
She still smells
I
like
may
fish.
smell like fish, but I am clean.
Yes. see? Oh, yeah.
Also,
I took-
salt water is a clean thing. It's also really good for your immune system, and it also is like, gets rid of infection.
I got pulled into the ocean last time.
Well, that's true,
So
yeah.
he is also second in the clean.
He might just be a little salty though.
Yeah.
I mean, like, so are you. So Pig actually slept in the castle last night, so she comes down to like find some breakfast and looks extremely exhausted because that was literally the least comfortable sleep I've had in my life. How do you people do this thing with the you get like tied up in the blankets and then you just how?
That was a comfortable bed, Peg. I don't. Mine was fine.
But like it's so like there's stuff there. Like I'm not like floating and just peaceful. It's like I'm getting tied up in the blankets. All of a sudden I wake up and I can't move my legs, and then I panic, and then I can't sleep for 3 more hours.
I can't quite place why, but I feel like this is a trend for you.
Wait, what?
Just talking about the other game. Myrtle.
Okay, that's fair. Different situation, but
I think there's a stature difference in the two, but I would say that
also I mean like my
Seems to be a you
barnacles,
issue.
they all catch on things. It's not fun for anybody. I think Paul
Should
almost
maybe-
got ripped off last night.
you should maybe think about taking those off because they are quite disgusting to look at.
Why would I take them off?
I guess they're living organisms, but I don't know why you want them.
They are
living
my
on you.
babies. This is Paul. This is Clarissa.
Oh my god.
Joni.
I can't believe we're just learning this after all this time.
I feel like I've touched on it at some point, but you people did not seem to care about my
That make me feel nauseous, so I chose not to really care about them too much.
You're talking about
Well,
her
like-
barnacles, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm
Like
putting
it-
this in. It's canon now. It's written in the notes.
Yeah, no, it's totally
It
canon.
was always
it was canon
canon,
from the
yeah.
beginning, just nobody asked.
So anyway, what's the plan then?
That was a fun tangent. All right, so I feel like Peg, this is kind of your deal here. So how do you want to go about it?
Okay, so we tie them down. We tell them to talk. We break all of their arms and legs and fingers and toes, like all one at a time, very slowly, and then start to gouge out their eyes with spoons. And then we get the information we need, and then we go.
And as she's
Honestly,
saying this,
immediately-
I'm gonna come down the stairs, fresh and clean, and be like, for the first time, I agree with Peg.
What the hell?
Right, well,
We will send the unworthy opponent to the afterlife after that.
Oh, Crixus is here.
You guys just notice Crix is just sitting there. Just like give us
See me adding my fourth sugar to my coffee and stirring it in. Ha ha!
are we sure that's sugar?
I would like to give Craig a salted fish.
A salted fish?
Like I actually
Or you'd
pass
like
it
to
you
assault
and-
me with a fish?
No. Like I am giving you like I'm actually passing it to you like nicely. It's not being thrown to you because I'm learning that is not something that you like. I thought, you might like some breakfast.
Thank you.
It's a delicacy. It's actually quite nice. I mean, like you don't have to like it or anything, but like I actually quite like it just to like try it. They're very well preserved.
So I wouldn't be rude, and I will have a puzzled look on my face, but I will accept it and I will eat it. At least a bite.
I named that one Lisa.
Con save.
It's a preserved fish.
No, I'm kidding.
First of all,
Saved.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. You only mildly throw up.
I mean, they have been sitting in her bag for a while. In fact,
Well,
I think
I had them wrapped up in like a piece of paper. You know how
Well-
they do like the like fish and chips, like the stalls where they like fry everything
Oh, yeah.
and they like put it in some like newspaper and it is very nice.
Yeah.
Peg. Thank you.
What?
I think you've changed.
I honestly, that was the only way that I knew how to react to you agreeing with me.
Well, that's
Well-
because the Black Bones clan are a bunch of sons of guns.
Bitches.
Yes.
I think you can say
Gosh.
bitches. It's not a big deal. So we I thought we talked about doing a show of force with this new government and trying to get them that way semi-legally and then being able to take care of them here in the castle by ourselves.
I was really hoping that you were going to forget that. Of course, I didn't.
Well, unfortunately, it just happened last night, so I did not forget it. It just took me a minute
I
to
mean,
remember.
like,
I'm a little foggy. I
sleep-
needed to get a coffee in me.
Sleep takes memories sometimes. I don't know.
What are your memories?
Listen, you know how important I am, right? Well, these guys, they're going to
Do
be
we?
deeply connected in this city. Like more deeply connected than I am. So, it might not go as easy as you think.
That's fair.
The only
Well, I'm sure
good
they've-
black bone is a dead black bone as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I'm sure they've got allies, but I mean, Mordai Vale's on our side, and so is the king. Presumably,
That's what
General
I-
Sabine as well.
I'm along with the plan, but I'm just saying, watch your backs.
And if the plan doesn't work, we could just go with the spoon plan.
This is an odd day. I'm in agreement with Peg.
I like it.
Well-
This is a good day.
Yeah, but so what your Peg's saying is basically we go in there, guns blazing, and just hope for the best. I don't think that's right.
Well,
maybe,
no, we
the
we
smartest
go
plan
in
that we could come
like
up with.
normally, and then find the people that we need to talk to, and then we torture them. I don't want to like go into a whole group of people. It's like then we're not going to be able to
I mean,
kill
it,
all of them.
it sounds like you just want me to walk in there and just start firing rad balls at everything. So
Oh,
your
that's
usual
also a
plan?
plan. We could do that too.
I think the whole
Blue
point
Boy.
is we want to help give legitimacy to this new government. Once we get them off into the castle, then we'll talk about what to do then. But the people are going to see whatever happens there. People are going to talk. We're not taking in every single person in the place, so everyone who's not brought in, they're gonna talk. It's going to spread around town. We've got to give legitimacy to this government.
Okay. So, like, pretending that I care about, like, any of this government or the people in this town or anything. Let's pretend.
Fair.
Do I get to break any fingers or spoon out eyes in this
Yes.
plan at all?
100%.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
Is that like a hard maybe?
That's a soft maybe.
Is there anybody in the kitchen right now, DM? Like waitresses or waiters or anybody?
I imagine like when you came down, there probably wasn't anyone in here, and like as you sat down, like a couple ghosts have like sort of floated over like some bits of like food and like drinks and whatnot for you to partake of.
I'm gonna hold my Electrum Stein up and be like, ale, give me some ale. You know, like
Yeah,
winking
like-
and nodding while these guys are talking about politics.
Yeah, I imagine one of the sort of ghosts, a sort of like sort of reasonably well dressed looking like male ghost floats over and sort of bows his head, doesn't say anything, and just sort of takes the mug. You
Oh,
can give it
okay.
to him.
But before, yeah,
He
okay.
did
If
that,
he's
I thought he couldn't touch things.
hey, ghosts can do lots of things. Okay, don't you take my ale away from me, you son of a bitch.
I feel like you're being ableist about the ghosts.
Do you let him take it, or do you just sort of hold it
Yeah,
away from him?
I'm gonna let him take it, but like as he's there, I'm gonna whisper and be like, "Where's the rest? Is there more?"
He sort of gives you
What?
like a quizzical look.
Are you still drunk?
Do you say anything, Greg? Like the ghost is looking at you weird.
Sorry, I got hold on.
Greg.
Sorry, I got interrupted there. What did you say?
The ghost sort of gives you like a confused look. as
And
he's
I asked if you were
casting.
still drunk.
No, there were. Did I bring the kegs or did he have the kegs? I can't remember. No, there was more.
Yeah, I think
wanna-
there's some like supplies that have been brought into the castle as well, because like this food wasn't all here before as well.
Yeah, I got this bag. So just give me like a keg or two. And I point at the bag of holding.
The ghost sort of like,
I could come with
Puzzle
you.
related.
I could come with you if it's easy.
and he sort of like shakes his hands at you and like waves you down, and then just like sort of hurries off and just like flies through the door, and then like maybe because he flies through the door with your cup, the cup just like gets knocked on the door and then falls down, and then he sort of like opens the door and then comes back through for it.
Okay, so all I'm getting out of this is Casper.
So am I following? I'm
I
confused
mean, he
now.
waved you to stay down, so
Oh, okay. All right. And then continue your politics.
Well, listen, here's what it comes down to. We'll bring these people in. The king decides what happens to them. If there's, damage to be dealt out, then I don't see any reason why you two can't be the ones to do it. But it's all up to the king now. This is what we were working towards. This is what we're doing.
This is
It's
what
his-
we were working towards.
Well, for the last couple of days at least.
I don't
sit-
know. I agreed to this.
We're just setting the city straight so we can get out of here and help out.
I thought we were like, we went into a castle, we accidentally found the king, and then all the tripped and fell and ended up in politics. I didn't know this was like on purpose.
Well, we fell ass into tea kettle into it, but yeah, that's where we ended up.
Okay, well, as long as like we have the chance to get information from them, and also these people get harmed in some unimaginable, painful way, I am down. I can work with this.
I imagine that's the plan.
Okay, I will do with like the
It
first
is.
half of your plan then. It's fine.
Crixus, wake up! You ready to fight?
Oh, Texas is always ready to some little bitches.
Does anybody understand him?
No,
We think you said
Alright.
yes.
I think we just depend on him to hit things.
Point,
That's
point him in
that's
the
all
right
you depend on
direction.
me.
We
All
can
right,
put my-
so does anybody need supplies? I'm just waiting on my ale.
I don't think I
So,
need
like,
anything.
should we go like talk to the king about this then?
I thought we did.
We don't think we did. I think
You
we were
didn't,
making the
talk
plan
to
last
about-
night.
Yeah, we haven't really talked to anyone about any of this, so we did just kind of talk about the plan. Now would be a good time to talk to maybe Mordivel and the king about some of these things going on.
Possibly General Sabine as well. If we're gonna have some men to help us, then they need to be seen doing it, right?
100%.
You know.
Yep.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Okay, but like also given, like I'm kind of thinking about this. Like, do we know exactly how large the crime family or like group is in that town? Because if it's like the majority, the town is not going to be pleased if we involve the king. Thing.
I think they've probably got hands and stuff, but the vast majority of the town is just people. People who probably don't want organized crime around. It's probably one of the problems that they were trying to clean up here. You know.
Is there? I guess I'm used to like living in like pirate town, or like not really living, but like stopping by in pirate towns. They are less so on the side of monarchy taking over.
Well, let's go talk to somebody in some form of actual authority here.
Yes,
and-
let's do something.
Yep.
Did I get
Doing
my ale?
Yeah, so I imagine like a few minutes later, of like waiting, there's like a knock on the door. And like if you go out and check, there's a couple kegs just sitting by the door, and the ghost sort of like waves at them.
How many
Looking
gallons
expectantly.
are in a keg?
He goes, "Why?"
Depends on the size of the keg.
Yeah, don't
Half
do this.
barrel.
I know it by
Yeah.
liters. I know it by liters. 120 liters for a standard keg, or 200 if they're big ones. But you wouldn't fit those ones in the opening of the bag of holding.
Roger that. So I'm going to go over and I am going to put down the bag and I'm gonna pick them up and try to put them in.
All right. Let me just check bag of holding to see how much it can take, unless you have it open.
No, I can find it.
Can hold up to 500 pounds.
Ugh. Yeah, these things are 500 pounds easy if they're full.
How
A
heavy
keg?
is a keg?
Yeah,
Cake's not 500 pounds. Come
Oh
on.
fuck yeah!
I'm talking about a barrel, right? Like, you're not getting like a beer keg.
Oh, I was thinking beer kegs.
Well, they don't have beer kegs.
Yeah, but
They
yeah,
have like
they have barrels.
Like
barrels.
smaller size ones. You can get smaller size ones. A quarter cask could be like 50 liters. You could barely lift that. It's probably 100 pounds for a quarter
Yeah,
keg.
This says a barrel can hold 40 gallons of liquid. But the weight, it just says 70. I'm assuming that's pounds?
Empty.
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's empty. Oh, jeez.
Wow, this is getting really technical for something I just
Why did
wanted
this
to do
become
for
a
fun.
Trust me,
you're the one
I
that-
work with these every day. This is how heavy they are. They're crazy heavy. You can't even barely roll one that's full.
Yeah. I'm just gonna let it go and not be a bitch about it. Be like, oh, the barrel of ale is too heavy and it just explodes your bag of holding. But,
I
you know,
mean, you could be a bitch about it. Seems
But-
like something a DM would do.
it's true. I'm gonna look into it to see how heavy it is, and if not, we'll just say that you keep
It
it.
says
somewhere.
a full keg weight is 161.5 pounds or 72.8 kilograms. on Wikipedia.
Yeah, but this is like a barrel. Those kegs are like.
Well, I was just thinking kegs.
Like
This is a
aluminum
a
versus-
U.S. half barrel keg.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we'll look at
Yeah, that seems about right. That actually seems about right
Yeah.
for a half. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you got a couple like half barrels,
Sweet. So one full barrel, basically.
basically. Yeah. Yeah, 40 gallons of ale.
Nice.
To do with as you wish.
And I tip my non-existent hat at the ghost. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, he sort of does like a little head bow. And
It
goes
became
off
really technical
on his
for
way.
just a fun flavor thing.
Hey, you asked how much was in it. I
That's
don't
a
know.
good point. That's a good point. Because, I mean, I think, so right now in the bag of holding, there's already 3 gallons of ale. That's why I was asking what's the gallons.
3 gallons
Right.
is nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like
Which-
one
which I
night
think-
for Gregorus.
What did we have, like 13 gallons or something? We've been whittling that away.
Yeah, something like that. That's quite a lot.
We've been whittling it.
I mean, Darwin is a lush.
Clearly. Can we go
Okay.
to this place?
And I'll catch up with everybody. All right, Blue Boy. You going to lead us?
Well, I guess so, yeah. Where are we going first?
Talk to the king, I guess. Or Mordai.
Oh, right, yeah.
Make sure they're all right with this plan.
Sorry, unfortunately, when Timon was going over the plan earlier, my
fell asleep.
audio cut out, so I missed part of it. So if I'm a little behind,
Okay,
that's,
like
that's why.
original
So
plan that
I'll
we
just-
were discussing.
We're doing
All
the
right,
original
perfect.
thing.
So let's go. All right, well, let's go and see our good friend the king then.
Go see me ghost face.
Cool. Yeah. You head over to you maybe like just ask a ghost like where the king is, and they
Hey, Ghost, where's the king?
yeah, and like they point you towards the throne room, and as you go in there, there's a fairly large amount of like movement, people moving things around. There's like a new carpet on the floor. The throne has been like all cleaned up. All the windows have been like fixed up and cleaned. And you can see the king sitting on his throne, talking to one of his knights.
Hallow,
Just at
loving
the
the
end of
new
the-
digs.
Yeah, right. He nods and like stands up and says, "Thank you. We've been redecorating since our return.
Yeah, it looks
what can I
fantastic.
help you guys with? Thank you."
You know me. I'll let the leader do the talking. Come on, Ricky.
All right. Well, so we've got a bit of an issue here, as you may or may not have known from the past. Peg's, well, I guess, Peg, do you call her your mother? Is that?
Yes, she's my
is
mama.
that like, okay, so it'd be Peg's mama has been.
It's like what everybody calls her. She is Mama Varushka Previ.
Right, yes. Well, so it seems that she has been kidnapped, and we believe that the people that kidnapped her may be in town currently. Now, instead of going in there and, just kind of firing away and going guns blazing, since it is your town and we are trying to clean it up a bit, I thought that this might be a good opportunity for you to use your newfound power and allegiances to show a show of force and to let the town know that it's not going to be the way it has been. It's not going to be the Wild West out there. So if you could help us out, maybe supply us with some men to go in and bring to justice these slave traders that we've heard about, that would be most kind of you.
Yeah, he sort of he nods for a second and goes, "Yes, slavery has always been a great sin, even when I was alive.
Especially when it's the black bones and I spit on the ground.
I spit on top of his spit.
These
Looks
two
like
don't
what the
really
fuck.
like. The Blackbones have wronged our friends here quite often, so obviously this is something that's we're close to.
I do not know of these Blackbones, but then I'm fairly new to the world as it is now. I would be happy to assist with this venture, though. Certainly. How would you want me to assist? Would you like some men?
Like I said, yeah, if you can.
The sons of
give us some
Alagandar
good-
haven't been tested, and we've got their man Crixus with us. Sorry, Ricky.
That's all right. Yes, the Sons of Alagandor might be a good option. Also, if you wanted to see if any of you are, your ghost fighters here, a couple of your knights or something like that.
Yeah,
Tolvin,
man.
or what, I can't remember what his name is. If you want to send a couple of those guys with us to come and help out, that would be most gracious.
In what manner were you planning on assaulting these slaves?
Gouging
Well, we
their
kind of
eyes
want to do some.
with spoons.
We kind of. That was discussed, but that's not the idea that we want to go with here. What we do want to do is kind of scope the place
I'm
out
gonna-
first.
I'm gonna give Peg
See if there's
like
a way we can do this
a
quietly.
knowing nod behind Ricky as he continues talking.
Yeah.
We're now best
Try and
friends.
do
Wink-
this as
wink it out.
quietly
A little wink of the
and as
That's it.
clean as possible. But as things sometimes happen, we might get a little. There may be an altercation. So, the show of force would be nice to have, so that we could make it, as diplomatic as humanly possible.
I feel like there should also probably we should start with a stealth information gathering so that we can figure out who we are actually looking for, and then the show of force for a gathering of those people. Because if we show up first with a show of force, then those people will live.
And then we'll write songs of your glory.
Yes, my only worry is my knights, my ghostly knights, aren't exactly low profile. They tend to stick out among your kind. However, if you were going for more of a forceful route, I would be happy to send a few, perhaps Tolvin and another.
Yeah, I think that would
Honestly,
be,
Your Highness, yeah, I think that's partially
That's
partially
the
the point, right? Is to show a show of unity.
I'd like to be winking and gunning at Tolvin while everybody's talking. Hey.
He just stares blankly at you. Doesn't react at all.
I think I learned that from Peg.
Yeah, the king sort of nods and thinks for a second and then says, yes, yes, I think a couple of my knights and then perhaps a group from the Sons to assist you would be a suitable group. I understand that your party is very well versed in combat, so I'm sure you will be successful, but the assistance I'm sure would be helpful.
Yeah, we want to make
Correct.
sure there's no doubt that we can follow through with this plan. It's like I said, it is very important to us.
Basically, it's establishing your militia as the
Yes.
police force.
Yeah, perhaps General Sabine would volunteer some of her troops as well. Just anyone who wants to show that we're all working together,
Yes, that's certainly a good idea. Yes, I'll get in touch with her and tell her of the situation. I'm imagining you want this to be done maybe in a quiet fashion, if you're trying to be
Yes,
stealthy
please.
about it.
Well,
If I'm
the,
understanding this
So,
Blackbone
does somebody
group
just
correctly.
What?
Nothing.
Sorry?
Nothing.
If I'm understanding this Blackbones group correctly, they may have some informants within our ranks already. usually the procedure with groups that tend to operate in the shadows to have informants and spies in many places, especially in cities if they're entrenched in them. So
Like
I will.
immediately makes eye contact with Crixus.
They may have. They,
Like it
they
does
may
like
very well
the
have.
point to the eyes and like I'm watching you.
What is Kris doing at this point?
So
I
he's
have
gonna
no-
hit his chest twice and have a big smart-ass smug on his face.
Yeah.
We may very well have some spies in our midst, but I don't believe any of your kind, the ghosts, would be spies, since we just released you not too long ago from whatever was holding you and binding you here. So if they're all undead that are helping us out, then I don't think any of them are going to be part of the Black Bones. But that's just my
Yes.
opinion.
Yes, certainly. I'm fairly certain that most of my ghosts are going to be on my side, at least for the time being.
I think so.
I can't imagine your kind is very interested in having ghosts as allies, at least for now. Who knows how the future will change, of course.
What? I thought we were best friends.
Of course we are, but we are different, you and I.
Yeah.
We don't see difference.
Oh wow.
Just
at
because I
us.
can see through you doesn't mean I can't see you.
You're gonna start a GLM movement. Ghost Lives Matter.
Ghost
Oh
lives matter.
Jesus.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh,
No,
here
no.
it goes.
No. Bad taste.
Bad taste. Oh,
I mean, like, I feel like making light of it is probably not the best.
Yeah, probably not. Alright. So, yeah, is there anything else you wish to discuss with me?
You might
no, I
need to
believe
re-up your
that's-
ale supply. Just saying.
Oh yeah, that's.
Do not worry, I've been informed of the ale you have taken. We will put it on your tab, I'm sure.
Hey, I'm here to work, and please.
And he's doing neither one. I think I'm
Alright.
funny.
Well, so when are we planning on doing this, guys? Just so we can know when the lovely king here will be able to get us our.
It seems like we gotta go do some recon.
Perhaps we check it out today and do it strike tonight.
It sounds good
That
to me.
sounds
I
good.
will give them less time if they do have an informant to, like, you know.
Get
You know.
informed.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Crixus, what say
Alright.
you? I just like to hear him
Just
talk.
go. Let's go free.
We will fuck the asses of our enemies.
Yeah, I meant to say that. I fucked up. But yeah. Awesome, take gold.
Perfect. Okay, let's go, like, do some recon. Yes? And you know, if somebody's eyeball gets scooped along the way, it happens. You trip, you fall, you eyeballs.
And then I do the eye thing to Peg, the pointing at my eyes and then hers.
Okay, I was not threatening your eyeballs. You're fine.
All right, let's go.
I think he meant he's watching
Let's
you.
just go. He's watching out for his eyeballs.
We're off to see the wizard.
Who's the wizard? I didn't know we were going to see a wizard. Who is the wizard?
Yeah, we don't have a wizard in our group. That sucks.
No, I actually don't know. Who are you guys going to see?
I'm not
We're gonna
supposed
go
to say
check
no.
out. I think where we went to the fighting pit,
We
right?
need to, we need to check out the snake
Yeah.
pit and see if we can get some information from people.
What?
Somehow.
Where the frig is Darvin and Sketchy Kevin?
Yeah, you're probably
Well,
thinking
I'm
like,
assuming
oh,
they're together.
Like, maybe he wants to go and check out Sketchy Kevin and see if he can find some information.
Yeah, you haven't seen Darwin in a while, which isn't unusual, but normally he comes to check in every now and then. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I like offering him ale because he never takes it, and then I drink.
Well, that's super useful for our certain predicament right now.
Yeah, the one time. We need Sketchy Kevin.
I mean, we could. Does anyone know where Sketchy Kevin is? Maybe we could go without him.
I mean, like, I could make myself look like...
Sketchy Kevin?
No, not like
Darwin?
Sketchy Kevin, Darwin, and see if I could, like, ask around or something.
I don't even know if you would know about him. He might have mentioned like an informant of sorts.
Well,
but,
no, I was saying I was gonna like transform myself into Darwin in order to ask around in that area, and then maybe I come across Sketchy Kevin. I don't know.
Yeah, that would work.
It's possible.
Probably good idea. I promise there will be no eyeball gouging. I promise.
Do you want me to make myself look like Gary the Racist?
I mean, like, does
I don't think that would
serve a
help.
purpose?
Yeah, he must not Sketchy Kevin.
Well, I think Gary the Racist
Gary
was
the Racist.
he was quite rich, wasn't he?
I think, yeah.
Yeah, Gary the Racist was a noble at Morlavel's like masked ball.
Oh yeah, right. I thought he was a sleazeball.
Yeah, he might. know
Well,
Sketchy
he's also a
Kevin.
sleazeball, but
Okay, I transform into Darwin and I just start walking away towards the snake pit.
Alright. Oh. Fair
All
enough.
right.
I guess we're just waiting while she goes and does that.
Yeah, if you're just leaving her to do that.
there's absolutely no way that Timon would leave Peg to go try.
I
and do
didn't
that.
think so. I was
Yeah.
hoping that was going to be a thing, but I didn't
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I just realized something tonight. Have I ever tried to attune to my Dwarven Ale mug, the electric mug? I remember you saying it had Dwarven runes on it or something.
I think you checked it. Like, I think you identified it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you didn't find any magic on it.
I mean,
You could,
there's magic
you could
in
sit,
it.
You could sit and caress it for a while if you wanted.
I'm sure he's done that.
Yeah.
multiple times.
Crixus just watched me.
Oh, what? I do the eye thing to you. I point at both my eyes and
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on my songs then. If you guys are going out to try to find Sketchy Kevin, that's fine. Unless you lead us to go to the pit and do some recon directly there.
I mean, that's where I'm
Let's all
headed.
go. Yeah, let's all go.
We're all going.
I'm already like 10 minutes ahead.
Might as well all go. Yeah.
Split the body! Alright, cool.
So we go.
So we go.
Alright, cool. Yeah, so you guys know where the snake pits are.
Also, but like, I should be able to go up by myself because I feel like Darwin is never asking questions with a giant group of him.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah,
would stay back, I assume.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
Yeah, so you would know that the snake pits are in a sort of alleyway, kind of in the north side of the docks. You have to sort of like cut in behind a couple houses, and there's like along like the wall there is one of those like large like sort of steel doors that slide across, like you kind of get in like a warehouse. And there's normally like a couple guys sort of standing outside, just some of them are smoking or like sometimes there's like a little table with like where they're doing some gambling. And that's where you remember going in, but you would also know that they're not open during the day. They're just kind of standing guard during the day. You
Mhm.
can't actually go in.
Can I see, approaching them, can I see whether they recognize Darwin?
Yeah, so like you'd have to like walk up to them, or are you like trying to
Yeah,
walk
no, that's
and catch their eye?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Give me an insight roll.
Are these guys humans or?
Yeah, they look like humans to
I
you.
got a 13.
13. Yeah, like the people standing outside, they look sort of like rough, sort of like seafaring type. You know, they're fairly strong looking. They've got pretty unkept like facial hair and stuff like that. The clothing isn't exactly well kept. It looks a bit dirty. But they seem like a tough bunch, by like normal people standard at least. And as you walk up, as like Darwin, the guy like standing there, sort of trying to look a bit more alert, sort of sees you come up, and he sort of like squints his eyes at you, and sort of looks over the guys and the like guys gambling, and he goes, "Oi, you guys recognize this fella?" And they all sort of stop what they're doing and look up, and they all sort of peer, and like one of the guys goes, "Fucking hell, it's the fighter guy, the guy that like got a bunch of money like about a week ago."
Can I tell whether that's a pleased reaction or like I'm about to punch you in the face reaction?
I would say the guy that says it has that impression of like, "Oh, that was like incredible, that was so cool."
Okay.
But then the other guy standing at the door hears it, and there's like a big scowl on his face, and he sort of like stares at you, kind of in like a menacing way. Like he doesn't seem happy about.
Okay, and he's the one guarding the door?
Yeah, he's standing like in front of the door. He's got like you could probably see there's like a big wooden club like leaning against it behind him. He's got like he's wearing like probably a bit nicer, but there's like sturdier clothing. Like he's got these big boots and everything. And he sort of looks at you as you come up. Do you do anything?
Yeah, I wanna approach him and just kind of like I want to get close enough that I can talk to him quietly. Like I have something like secretive to say, but not so close that it's threatening to him because obviously he's not pleased to see me.
Yeah, right.
And I just kind of like want to lean in and like, hello. So you clearly remember what happened a while ago. I wanted to talk to your people and hopefully be able to put this money that I won back into your company. And I was hoping to do it in the case of hiring some people that may not want to or may not get paid for their work.
He's sort of like, as you like get up to him and like start talking, you see like the people at the table like sort of go to like stand up, but the guy like you walk up to sort of like holds his hand out to like keep them seated, and he's sort of looking at you and as you're talking, and sort of says, "I don't know what kind of place you think this is, mate. Generally, someone comes to an establishment, pulls a fast one on it, and makes off with a bunch of their money. They don't really take kindly to them coming back. You're catching my drift here?"
So, are you saying you don't want me to invest this money that I won very fairly from your establishment? You don't want me to invest it back into your establishment?
He sort of pauses for a second. He's like, he's like thinking like really hard. Like this is just like confusing to him. And he goes, "Look, mate,
I take money that I have now that used to be yours, and I give it back to you in exchange for goods and services. So then you have money again, and then we continue the trade. I make money off of you, you make money off of me, and it is like it's the circle of life."
I'm sorry. What services do you want from us? What are you after here?
Looking, I had heard that maybe you sold people who would not have to be paid.
sort of looks at you like, what the?
I'm trying to be social here, man, but like I had heard that there was maybe some slave business going on here that I am very interested in.
I tell you what, you want to talk a bit of business? Why don't you come inside? I can introduce you to my manager. And like, you know, this is like.
Can I tell whether that's like a euphemism for like his fist or a weapon?
You probably notice. I would say just from the last insight roll, just carry it over. That like he looks over pointedly at the people at the table, and they all sort of like stifle a laugh, like like he's making a joke or something. And he's like looks back at you, like points at the door.
Listen, man.
I just want to say, how far away are we? Can we see any of this happening? Like,
yeah, I imagine whoever wants to like peek around a corner, like down the alleyway, can roll like maybe like a stealth check to be like unseen during all this.
And I just want to look at him and be like, listen, man, I am interested in slaves. I am not interested in your dick.
Was that 23?
23.
Yeah, I'm imagining there's maybe like I imagine there's like some movement like down the alleyway. There's like a couple people moving about, and you've maybe like struck up conversation with a guy like about some goods or whatever that he's selling, like some fish, and you're just kind of trying to keep the conversation going while you're keeping an eye on Peg. Yeah, Peg, the guy sort of looks at you and says, I don't know what you've heard, mate, but we don't deal in that sort of stuff. This is a fight pit. I know you've been in, so I know you've seen inside there. We don't sell slaves. People fight of their own free will.
I just put my hand up to stop him. And I look at him and I go, well, then I suggest that you point me in the direction of somebody who can heal. And I cast suggestion on him.
Okay.
And he has to make a wisdom saving throw. On a fail-safe, they pursue the course of action that's described to the best of their ability. And they don't know when this spell gets cast on them.
I'm trying.
Just for the record.
I don't want to be a rules guy
What?
here. You concentration, disguise self as concentration, is it not? Is
No,
concentration?
Mine's at will, isn't it?
Oh yeah, mask of many. Is it
Yeah.
mask of many faces or is it?
Yeah, it's Mask of Many Faces.
Okay.
I don't.
Cool.
I think it would still take concentration if it is, but I don't think it is concentration. No, it isn't.
Yeah, that's my
I don't
point,
think it is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
my
you're
only
right.
point of order. That's all. Yep.
Just a heads up though. What is the components of suggestion? Because he might not realize that you're casting it on him. But the other people may. I don't know. I don't know how that would work.
Verbal and M. What does M stand for again?
Material.
Yeah, but I have my fuck, what's it called? The thing that makes it so that I don't need to use materials.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you would just sort of. Yeah,
My
I think it might like get
spell
past
thing.
them.
I mean, yeah.
They might
'Cause,
think
like-
it's a bit weird, but he has seniority, so it's like, okay, so what is the save? Is it wisdom?
Yeah. Sorry. Yes. And it's 16.
15. You got a 5.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, what suggestion do you give him?
Like what I said, I suggest you point me in the direction of somebody who can help me in this matter.
He sort of, gets that maybe like, sort of glazed look over his eyes for a second. And he sort of nods, and, yes, the owner is inside. I could take you to him. He's just in the pits.
That sounds absolutely delightful. Thank you very much. And I just like wave excitedly at the guys to like follow me.
Like, timid than
we were
everyone.
You
Yeah,
were here this whole time?
yeah,
We're
You were
pretty
like-
far away.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what I
like
thought.
if you don't want
I'm
to come,
inside,
you don't
I
want to
know,
come.
but
I know we wanted to come, but didn't you say you were pointedly going on your own, by yourself, as fast
Well,
as
no,
you
no,
could?
you guys were. We decided you were all following me. I just like walked
Yeah.
up to the guy by
Oh,
myself.
okay.
just
I mean,
so
we
I
don't know
could
what's
pause.
happened, and she's calling us over, so
Yeah.
I guess we would
Oh,
go
okay,
over,
gotcha.
probably. Yeah.
Darvin. Oh, we're going in for another fight. Hey, boys, this one. He
No!
whooped all your asses.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Best
The
fighter
guy's
in
little
Neverwinter, let me
growl.
tell you. I'm his manager. I deal with all the money.
And I walk like right up to Greg and immediately smack him in the face, grab him
Oh
by
my
the
God.
collar and
Oh
go,
my God.
listen, you're going to have to shut up for a second. I don't need to smack you again. I'm just using this as a show of power. I'm so sorry. My manager, he gets out of line sometimes. I'm trying to do a business deal here. Just shut up.
And steam comes out of my ears.
Yeah, the thug sort of stands there and goes, yeah, my underlings can get a bit rowdy sometimes.
Yeah, no, sometimes you just have to smack them around a little bit and they are better, but like you know how it is. Alright,
So-
show me to your boss.
So for me, this was a ploy to get in close enough to see if I recognize any kind of insignias or, like, I'm looking for black bone stuff, symbols.
Give me a perception check.
Yeah. Come on, big money. Hey, that's not bad.
Yeah, I think you sort of like give a quick like look over them, and the people themselves just seem like local thuggish types that have probably been hired for a bit of muscle. They don't seem like they're linked to any clan in particular.
Okay, but there's nothing on the walls or in the doorways or anything like that.
No, the walls and the doors all seem like grimy, and like there's nothing like hung up on them or anything. The door is just like a plain steel door. But you do notice that on the table that the other men are sitting at, that they're playing like this sort of like gambling game with like a bunch of like these sort of like knuckle bones, and you notice that the all the bones have like they've been painted completely black, which you would recognize as sort of like a fairly typical thing with the Black Bones clan. They tend to just paint everything black, and like most of them play this game and like hand out knuckle bones as sort of like a business card type thing. You know, like you've done business with the Black Bones, have a case of black knuckle bones.
Okay. How far? So at this point, Peg Darvin has just slapped me. How far away could I whisper something to her? I.e., could I put my finger to my ear and whisper something? Or
I'm
would-
literally right in your face.
Yeah, like she got right up in your face. You could have like whispered back to
Like,
her.
enough so that I could be like, listen, shut up, I'm trying to do something right now. I'm kind of ruining the whole thing. There's still in place, just shut up.
I'm just gonna say I'm gonna grit this through my teeth because she slapped me, and I know who she is, and I'm going to say, I'm just confirming. There's black bones here, and I see it. Careful.
Do it quietly.
Stop talking to me like this.
And like, I turn around and be like, okay, so let's head to your boss then, yes?
Yeah. You better learn your place soon, little man. And he sort of looks at you, Gregorus, and then he goes to like open the door.
Damn straight. I give him a fist bump.
Yeah, you fist bump you back. He thinks like, oh yeah, this guy's alright.
Fuck yeah.
Did you say fuck yeah? Yeah, dude. Beating on people's cool.
Fuck yeah, dude. Alright, cool, yeah. So you get
So
like
you're against it when it's you.
It's true.
So yeah, you get brought inside, and you recognize the place. There's like a short little tunnel, and then you come out where it opens out to where this large circular room with this circular cage in the middle, where the inside of it is dropped down like about 15 feet, with a sand bottom, and like on either side of the bottom, there's like a little gate for the combatants to enter in from either side. The place is like completely empty at the moment. It just has like a couple people going around, maybe like cleaning up from the previous night's encounters. And the guy guides you over to where like the bar is, and takes you around the back and just sort of waves you through. And goes like, "Oh, follow me. He's just up here." And takes you up to the VIP area that you were in last time, Peg.
Oh, I know this place.
Where you tried to steal a bunch of money.
I think I succeeded.
Yeah, I think you stole like one guy's like coin purse or something. And he takes you up there. And there's, as you get up there, there's a couple people. They're all human. There's one guy just sitting at a table, and he's got like a table in front of him with a bunch of papers. And then two other guys are dressed in sort of like sort of ragtag bits of armor. They look like sort of fighters of some sort, perhaps for like the fight pits themselves. And then there is another man standing on the opposite side of them who has like a like clipboard type thing, and is like got a quill and ink and is like writing down some things. And the guy sitting down has like a sack of money, and he's like counting out to them and sort of handing them what sounds like their pay for like the previous night. And the thug that leads you up sort of puts his hand on your chest, Peg, and says, just wait here for a second.
Oh god, I feel bad.
And I'm gonna get you to roll a deception check, because he actually touches you.
I mean, like, she doesn't
Unless
really
you, like-
she doesn't have much of a chest, but sure. Like, she's pretty
I mean,
flat.
I mean, it's gonna be pretty easy. It's just like, if he recognizes that you sort of like look different to how you feel, sort of thing.
I have a...
Would you
He's
be
definitely
wet?
he's gonna touch Paul or Joni.
I mean, like, I didn't sleep in the ocean last night, so...
True.
Now, to assume
Yeah.
that any of my barnacles feel like, you know, the kind of armor that was being worn, would it not?
Yeah. I mean, you can do the roll with like advantage. This isn't like a difficult roll.
I mean, you kind of suggested that I just failed it, but I will do an advantage. 23?
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
alright.
I rolled a 4 with a +8 to deception, so...
Oh yeah. You probably couldn't have failed anyway. I was just saying it as like a lawyer thing.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, and you sort of stand there and wait, and it sounds like the guy's just paying them for the previous night. Their sort of like wages. They look like they've been beaten up, so they're probably on like the losing side, but they get paid to fight, so they're getting a bit of money at least still. And they slowly sort of file out one after the other once they've been given their money, and they've arranged their next fighting. One of them's like fighting in a few days. The other is fighting tomorrow night.
This would be a
And,
perfect time for
the-
Al to show up, and then all of a sudden Darvin's already
Right.
in there.
The boss dude, do I recognize him from the night that, like, we all went to get Darvin paid for that giant payout?
He wasn't with you guys like when you went to like get paid or anything. You didn't see him then, but you do recognize him from when you were in the VIP section. He wasn't like at a special table or anything. You just kind of recognize him as like one of the people that was in that area that night.
Okay.
And yeah, like once he finishes the business, he sort of
What's the
waves.
atmosphere in here? Like, is it tense?
I wouldn't say it was tense. I would
There's
say
like
it's
a lot
more
of
just of
posturing.
like.
Seems pretty casual to me.
I think it's just more of like a business sort of like feel. Like these guys are just here to do a job. They just want their money. This guy just wants to pay them and get them out of here. Like there's no
Yeah.
like tension. It's just business as usual sort of thing.
It's professional.
And yeah, once he's all done, the guy at the door walks forward and whispers something to the man sitting down, and just walks up to you, Peg, and then goes, "Well, he's all yours. I don't know what you want to talk to him about, but go ahead."
Thank you. And I pull out a gold from my bag, and I go to like shake his hand, and I just put the gold into it.
Yeah, and as you walk into the room, the guy sort of puts his hand out to the rest of you and sort of goes, "You guys are gonna have to wait downstairs while your friend there talks to the boss."
They are my people. I keep them around for my business, and they handle money and stuff. Would they be able to stand back?
Yeah, I'm his manager.
Roll me
I don't go anywhere.
persuasion.
Roll a what?
Persuasion check.
Can she roll with advantage because I'm adding as help to that?
Sure.
Yes.
Say you're a manager. Why not?
I got the 17.
17? Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, he sort of pauses for a second and looks over at the boss, and the boss sort of just like nods and just waves his hand, and he goes, "Alright, but just a little guy, right? Go on, get in there. No funny business though."
I don't plan on fuzzy business. Do you plan on fuzzy business? I will smack my bitches around if there is funny business.
And
I
he
look
sort
at
of, like,
Timon. I look at Timon and go, I really have a very bad feeling about this.
So do I. And then I kind of clap Peg on the shoulder and say, "We'll be waiting downstairs." And I cast guidance on her.
Oh, thanks.
I think
Oh,
that's fine.
that's a D4, right?
That's a D4 anytime in the next minute
Cool. Cool.
for
cool.
an attack roll or hopefully an ability check.
Yeah. All right.
I'm going to walk up to the boss and take a polite seat, as polite as I can.
Alright, your name's Darwin, right?
Yes, I don't know if you'll recognize me. I may have won a bunch of money out of like your pot. And I wanted to see how I could put that money back into your hands.
Yeah, I remember you. What's your proposition?
So I am looking to spend my money with you and gain a bunch of workers out of it. If you know what I am saying.
A bunch of work?
Workers.
Work? And everyone else, apart from like Regulus, went down, right? At this point, he's the guy's probably like offering you drinks and stuff. Just down at the bar. And the guy sort of nods for a second and goes, "What kind of workers are you after here?"
Well, I had heard that there was a group that may or may not work in this area. Something along the lines of backbones.
Yeah, we've done some business with them.
Well, I had heard that they had some very skilled, good quality people that I could possibly purchase through them. And I was looking to get in touch with them. And that, of course, would mean I would also be adding money into your...
Yeah, I could see that. What's your purpose for buying these people?
I have an estate back home. I don't know if you can tell. I'm not from here. I have an estate back home that needs working. And I need a certain amount of people to do that work for me.
Okay. Roll me a deception check.
Natural 20! Ha!
Oh, nice.
Okay, plus.
Oh,
plus,
crit!
so that's 28 plus 4. Is
What? You don't have to
32.
add that now.
I'm adding it now! I thought it was guidance a one-time thing?
No, you can use it anytime in the next minute.
Yeah, so
Is it?
why not?
Is it to stay? Does it stay on, or is it like a one-time thing?
No,
It's one time, any one time in the next minute.
Oh, okay, well then...
Any one
scrub
time of
that,
your
so
choice.
I got 28.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought it was like continuous over the next minute.
No, it's just once.
Okay.
It's just
Okay,
a cantrip.
It's 28.
Bless would be as
Oh,
much
it's
as
bless.
you want.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Alright, 28.
All right. Yeah, 28 definitely passes. He sort of nods along and goes like, "Oh yeah, yeah. How many were you thinking here? Is it a big estate, or you just
It's
need a
fair-
few to keep your
It's
company?"
fairly large, yes. I was hoping that I would be able to talk with the people doing the selling directly, so that I am not entirely sure how many people I would need. So I was hoping that I could describe my estate to them, and them being the professionals, they would be able to help me out with a certain amount.
To
You
interject
know-
here, can I be scanning the room for like any kind of like any type of aggression, maybe?
Yeah, sure. Give me like an insight check. See what like kind of deal this guy has. 11? Yeah, no. He just sounds like harmless questioning.
Mm-hmm.
You probably just get the impression that he's just curious, maybe a bit suspicious
Oh,
of.
Sorry,
random
no.
people.
What I meant was looking around the room for like other guys coming out, any what the mood of the other people not involved in the conversation is.
Oh, right, sure. Yeah, like other than you and Peg disguised as Darwin, there is just the one guy sitting down, and then the guy
Okay.
standing next to him, like with like a clipboard type thing and like ink and quill.
Okay.
The guy writing stuff down just doesn't seem to be paying much attention. He just seems to be writing down stuff.
They're not flinching
and,
at this conversation or anything, or getting worried, or
Yeah, no,
trying to
he's not even
alert.
reacting.
Okay.
And yeah, the boss guy just seems to be asking some questions. And yeah, he sort of nods and sorry, what did you say again? What was it like? You said
Essentially, what I said is I have a large estate. I'm not sure how many I will need. I would like to talk to
yeah, you
person
wanted to,
based on so that they can give me a better idea of how many I should buy.
yeah.
Essentially, just trying to like get across that I have a lot of money to spend. I'm willing to spend as much as I need, but I don't have enough of an opinion in order to be able to figure
Right.
that out.
Yeah. And yeah, he sort of nods and sort of says, yeah, I'm guessing you heard about this operation perhaps through another source. The way that the business is done down there, it's connected through here. People, different groups that we allow bring in their goods, and there is an auction of sorts. Some of the lesser desired things that they bring in, we just do through paper bids. However, there are a fair number of bigger pieces that we auction off on the main stage. But depending on how much you want to spend, the quality that you desire, the paper bidding options may be more within your grasp. We don't just sell slaves, of course. We have been known to bring in a few creatures of exotic manner.
Okay, he's trying not to lose it right now.
Yeah.
What?
we once had a. I'm pretty proud of this one. We once had a manticore come in here.
Oh,
It
that
was,
was really impressive. That's very cool.
It was something. It was a complete bitch to manage.
Oh no,
had
I
a-
can imagine. But you
had a
clearly
couple-
did a very good job, right?
Yeah, I
You
had a
seem
couple
very
workers
capable.
die, but you know, what's a
You know
couple
what's
eggs?
what's workers? It's fine. You clearly did a great job because you are a very respectable man. Yes.
Yeah, we do
Yeah.
that right, and you can see his like ego like getting like inflated slightly.
So,
And,
from what I've heard, the information that I've gathered, the Black Bones, they do very good work. They're let's don't beat around the bush anymore. Their slaves are very well broken and good for work. And I you know, I am a rich man. I have no interest in putting work into my slaves when, you know, I could have all that work done for me. So I was hoping that I would be able to get some guarantee that the people that I would be buying would be coming from this clan.
Yes. 1 second. Mike, do you mind going in, getting the ledger, and the guy with the clipboard sort of sighs and goes, "Yes, boss," and sort of stands up and just like walks off, and walks out the door and heads off down. People at the bar probably see him like go past and just yells to the guy serving you drinks, "Just gotta go pick some papers up. I'll be back in a minute."
And also, just as another question, when would one of these what are they called? Fuck, my god. Auctions be going on, and would the clan be there to oversee their product? I believe in buying someone who is willing to go start to finish.
Well, from what I can remember, they bring in groups maybe once a month, maybe a bit more. It's a bit of a weird business. They don't have like a regular schedule.
Okay, so would you be able to let me know when they are in town dropping off their product? Would that be something that you would be willing to do for me? And I reach into my bag and I pull out 50 gold and I just table.
He sort of nods and sort of slides it towards him and says, "Yes, I could tell you whenever we get some new merchandise in, certainly. There is a few...
But specifically, I want black bones.
Yes.
This is what I am paying you.
Yes,
And there is
specifically-
more where that came from. But this is just a deposit for good faith, you know?
Yes, I believe we have a few people from the Black Bones that they brought in a while ago.
But like specifically, I want to know when they are delivering, so that they are there, so that I may discuss with them. Because I want to know that they stand behind their product, you know?
I mean...
Can I interject just quickly?
Oh, sure.
I rolled a performance check to see how well I'm handling this conversation, because every fucking part of this conversation makes me want to cut everybody in the room.
I think it would be more of a deception check to like kind of keep your cool than like a performance. It's up to you.
Well, fuck. Everybody's dead.
I
See,
mean,
I
it's
saw it
totally up to you.
as a performance thing, because I'm pretending to be someone else. I guess it's the same thing as deception too, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, like, you can react however you want. Like, this guy isn't dealing with you, he's dealing with Darwin, in quotation marks.
Can I derail you a little bit here, Kaiya?
Yeah, go for it.
By the third time you said Black Bones, it's in my nature to spit on the ground when I hear the name, and I'm gonna spit.
I-
Yeah, there's like a quiet
do I hear
moment.
that? Do I see it?
Oh yeah, like Gregolas like goes and like spits a big hookie on the ground.
So I see it, I hear it, and I know that the boss has heard it.
Oh yeah, he like looks at Gregolas like, what the fuck are you doing?
Okay,
Like,
I immediately turn around and
Oh no,
I
she's gonna hit me again.
waltz-
Fuck.
I waltz right up to him and I smack him as hard as I can. I want to like see him like hit the ground.
alright, give me an attack roll.
I'm sorry, by the way.
Miss.
Oh, that's a natural one. That's a natural one.
Yes.
Alright. Do you want to give her advantage, Gregolas? Do you let yourself get hit?
I'm going to. Fuck.
You're trying to sell it like a WWE punch.
Yeah,
like-
yeah. I'm gonna allow it because I would have come to my senses that like I made a huge mistake and I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let her hit me.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, like you just like wind up and like you feel like the slap wasn't like super strong. And as like you go to push him, but Gregolas just like tumbles to the ground. He hits the ground. There's like he maybe
And
hits a chair as he goes
Now,
down.
I feel
now can I
myself
make a
miss.
performance?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
feel myself miss, and I want to make sure that I kind of like turn to the side and bring my other hand up because I know I'm missing, and I want it to like smack against my other hand to hear that like slap sound.
Yeah. Give me a performance check, Greg. See how you sell the fall.
Oh no. Oh yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, that's alright. That's pretty good. It's
Okay.
pretty good.
How,
And then I
how
want to-
far away
I
are
want
the three of us? Can we hear or see any of this?
I think you went
You-
downstairs, didn't you?
Yeah, but like, how far away is that? Can we tell any
I'm
of this
totally
is going on down
derailing
there?
you here, Kaiya. I'm sorry.
I imagine you probably hear like the sort of like thump of like a body hitting the ground after a slap or something, or like a
Yeah.
hit.
And then I want to immediately turn around and go back to the boss and be like, you'll see why I am trying to be very careful about my purchases. This is what happens.
And I'm gonna start have a coughing fit and be like, "Oh, this fucking lunch! It's not sitting with me right." And that's how I'm trying to sell it.
Yeah.
But I was hacking
And,
shit up.
Yeah, the boss sort of nods and goes, they definitely try to keep their goods in more better standards, but they have some ways to get around that. I can give you some
You see,
spares that
this-
we have.
I am not interested in spares. There's mean nothing to me. I want to talk immediately to the Black Bones because I have heard they do quality. I want to make sure for myself that it is true and talk details with these people. That is what I want. And
Oh
then,
no, dear, I think you're misunderstanding. This is equipment that we use to keep our goods in control. It's
and
a
I am
control
totally,
mechanism.
totally down with it. I will more than be happy to purchase some of this stuff from you or borrow some for the time being while I work on getting my replacements. But we have a deal, yes? You'll let me know when the next shipment is in and the Black Bones are available for a chat, and you will be more than fairly compensated for your time.
Of course. How can I reach you?
Actually, that is a good point. I tend to keep a very low profile in the city. Let's say, I will. Is there like a nook outside of your building where you could leave a note that I could check, or I could also have my servants come to you every day
I can come back.
to get the yeah, that's what I was just saying. I could have my servant come to you every day to check in with you to see how things are going. Would that work for you?
That could work. Or what some of our members do, they leave a personal item of sorts, perhaps a drop of blood, a bit of hair, something like that, and we can contact you through magical means if you would like.
You know,
What?
I hope you understand. I have issues with magic. It's not my thing. I prefer not to participate in it. It is. I don't fully understand it, and my religion is a part of it. So I prefer to go through physical methods if it works for you. Is this okay?
Yes, yes, your servant can certainly come in and check in.
Okay, so I will have
I'll
him
my
come
men
to
remember.
you. I will have him come to you midday every day, and he will update me personally on what's going on, and then we will go from there. Correct?
Scorch.
Perhaps every day might be a bit much. Information
Well,
doesn't
you know,
handle.
I am very excited about this. Every how often should he come to make sure that we are having this happen?
Did Darvin, did we even introduce ourselves? And do we have
Sir, I will not have you calling me by my first name. You will call me sir or nothing.
yes, sir.
Yeah, the boss
Thank
sort
you.
of like looks at you, Greg.
You see
and
what I
sort of
deal
nods,
with. You
like,
see. I may even decide to send one of my other slaves that you have downstairs instead of him. You see how this is for me. Okay, so how often should I send him?
Perhaps every few days. 3 days.
Okay. So that sounds great. I really I appreciate your time. You have been very wonderful. I slip in another 50 gold across the table.
Yeah, he sort of he doesn't touch it this time, and he sort of nods, and like as you pass that across, the guy comes back in with like a stack of like parchment, like a roll of parchment, and he comes over and says, "This is our current inventory, my lord." And the guy nods and takes it and starts like looking through it, and sort of says, "Some black bones goods. You said you're after, right?"
Yes.
Yeah, we've got a few at the moment. One we've had for quite a while. Been a real pain in the ass to sell. A couple others just kind of haven't been selling well, just because they're not as desirable, maybe. But we'll have an auction, I think, in a day or two. I think it's just the day after tomorrow, and the guy sort of standing there nods and says, "Yes, sir." And the guy sort of goes like, "Yeah, day after tomorrow, gonna have another auction."
The black bones will be there for, or
They have a what would you call it? A member of theirs to oversee the I think the goods. Though most of the members tend to travel around, they just leave one to oversee things.
okay. So I will be able to talk to this man in a day and a half during the auction then.
Yeah, he's normally around. I could point him out to you when you arrive, perhaps.
That sounds fantastic. I would really appreciate that.
Yeah. When you get here, just tell the guy at the door you're looking to conduct some horticultural business. It's our current password. It changes
Okay, hold
every
on a second. I'm just gonna write that. Looking to agricultural business.
Yes.
Okay, that sounds wonderful, my friend. I really appreciate your being so understanding of my situation.
Yeah, it's been good doing business with you, and he like holds his hand out to you.
And I go to shake it, and I go and say, and tell your doorman he is absolutely wonderful. He really does deserve a raise.
Yeah, he's a handful sometimes, but he's alright. He does a good job.
He went above and beyond for me, and I feel like this will be so the best.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, if you don't mind, I will gather all in, and I will go, and I will see you in a day and a half. Yes?
Alright, yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
I'm
long as
already
you're,
making my way out the door, pissed.
Yeah.
Hey! You will wait for me, sir.
Oh,
Get
God.
back here.
I can't. Oh my God, the door slamming in the background. That was fantastic.
And
yeah.
I look back at the boss, and I just go like, let's keep walking.
Yeah, he nods and he shouts after you. Good kick in the ass. Normally sorts them out for a little bit.
I was thinking a whip.
Right, you are, Mister. Oh, Mister, Miss.
Wow.
Did you just
Okay,
assume?
so like I go and gather everybody, and we leave. Let's head out the door.
Yeah. End of the campaign, guys. You won. Yeah. So you get taken downstairs, or you just walk downstairs. There's no one with you. And everyone is just sort of sitting at the bar. They'd probably be. Is people drinking the drinks they've been given, or are they all sitting there like in stressful silence?
Timon's not
natural.
drinking.
Act natural.
Yeah, Tim is not drinking. How's Crixus and Ricard doing?
Crixus is wiping off the beer that's dripping down his face and ordering another one.
Not a boy.
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
alright.
Recall has cast comprehend languages on itself, and I'm trying to listen into the crowd around me to see if I hear any, people trying to be sneaky or talking about.
Cool.
Oh,
Very cool.
the place is really empty.
Oh, okay.
There's,
All right,
there's like a
I would've
couple
known
people
that.
moving around cleaning tables and stuff, but
I don't think that Crixus knows that you've been casting that on yourself to understand Crixus.
I thought that's where he was going with it, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, dude, same.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess I am now, just for flavor, but I was, I didn't realize it was empty. My bad.
And as Peg and Gregulus come back down, or Darvin and Gregulus, the guy serving drinks goes, you all done up there then?
Yes, for the day I am. I would like to gather my slaves and go. We will be back for business in a couple days.
Oh, I didn't realize these guys were all yours. That's an impressive group you got.
Well, I am looking to up my quality. Hopefully that will happen.
Alright. How do you keep control of them? They don't have the collars on.
Again, this is... I have been working with some subpar business partners. It has not been great. These slaves are not nearly the slaves that I expect them to be, so I am on the outlook for work.
Right. Just maybe don't shout the word slave so much.
Oh, I'm sorry. We are in an empty bar. What do you expect?
Hey, this cleaning crew. You want to be shouting it too loud? They don't know anything about that
To be
shit.
fair, you're the one that asked me, sir.
Whatever, just get the fuck out of here.
I'm... Have an excellent day. And I just, I lay a gold on the table.
Oh yeah, he's like, oh shit, and he just reaches over says, oh yeah, it's probably more money than he earns in a month or so.
Yep. I'm just throwing money everywhere because I'm big, rich, starving.
Alright, yeah, and you guys get led back outside, into the daylight. It's probably like kind of blinding when you get inside because there's no like natural light inside. It's all just like candles and stuff and torches. So it's kind of a bit blinding once you get outside, but you adjust quickly and you guys will head off.
I am fucking fuming and like stomping away, muttering to myself the entire way. Fucking mother, fucking, she loved every fucking
Okay.
second of it. Fuck.
As soon as we're like far enough away for them not to see me transform back, I transform into myself and be like, oh my god, I have no idea how I pulled it off. That man was a fucking idiot.
Gregles, what happened up there?
Mask peg.
What are you so pissed off about? What?
So, like, I had to make sure that I said you guys were my slaves so that I would have something to go off of, and he ended up
Make me a slave.
doing
Fucking
something that
self-
like a slave would not do. So I had to smack him and pretend like I was his master, and I was talk about him like he was a slave.
If I'm going to be completely honest here, I expected that to go a lot worse. So if that's the worst,
I
came of
mean,
it,
so did
think
I.
that- I think that we're doing all right. You do know
So-
that you are talking like your actual self at the moment. You might
Yeah,
wanna
no,
stop
like I
doing that.
said that I was walking far enough away to turn back into my regular self.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
we were still inside the bar.
No, we're outside now.
Excuse me,
okay.
you don't
No,
hear
my
the
bad.
seagulls in the water?
Oh, my bad. Fuck off! Fuck off!
So like
There's an axe beak. Oh my
Fuck
god.
off!
there
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
a plan. In a day and a half there is supposed to be an auction for slaves, and the Black Bones will have a representative there that we are meant to talk to. Well, I mean me, because I am the person. But
Peg, did you fuck shit, fuck. Did you even get his name? You didn't even fucking get his name.
why would I get his name?
The boss's name.
Truthfully, you really aren't the person. Darwin's the person. So, I could disguise self into Darwin, or in any one of us.
I'm
could,
sorry, I was talking in like my accent with the voice. Can you do my voice?
I'm sorry. I'm just doing a voice. I don't know. I can talk Darwin's voice though.
I certainly wasn't talking in Darwin's voice.
Honestly, I mean, if she managed it that far, then are we gonna
All right.
really do much talking
You know
next
what?
time?
This-
We're gonna get
this
everybody in
one's-
there.
I mean, yeah, that would be the point. Is we find the person, be like basically like use a show of force, grab that person, get information out. I don't expect that I'm going to be doing much of the talking.
Yep, that makes sense. All right.
Assuming that she's told us what all that she's found out at this point,
Yeah.
I would say, well, we've got our way in. That'll get the group of us in, and then we can
I've
always
even
have.
got the password.
Well, it's perfect. We can get in, and all the rest of them lot can wait outside until we kind of light it up, and then they can raid it from the outside after we've gotten what we need.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We grab the guy after we, and then like we have our big show of force. For the rest of it, because I mean, like it's a slaver auction. Like it's basically like candy for baby.
It's going to get a lot of the bad folk all in one spot, and then we get the man that we want, and the king and his group can get all the rest of the bad
Confetti
ones.
party, yes. And then I spoon eyeballs.
Our plans never really go this smooth, so
I know.
I'm
I'm
actually a bit
freaking out
shocked.
a little bit.
You're welcome.
Alright.
Okay,
So yeah, where do you guys head off to now?
probably to tell the king the plan, I would assume.
Yeah.
Alright. So yeah, I imagine we can just like, unless you want to like talk through it and everything, we can maybe just like figure it out, like in brevity, what the plan is exactly, like what you want the king to do and everything like that. Or do you want to just like roleplay out?
We can probably just figure out what the plan is here, and unless somebody
Yeah.
wants to.
Yeah, it's up to you guys.
So
I think it's
the
really
plan-
just that, right? We
Yeah.
all go in.
We, like,
yeah.
We go in with the passport. We find the guy. We need to figure out a specific plan on how we're grabbing him and like pulling him out without sounding an alarm. And then we have a whole bunch of people
Take him
come in
away.
and show.
What did you say, Kris?
Whoa. Crixus,
was
we
that,
missed that.
Crixus says we go in and we take him away. That will not be the problem.
How is there no
What, I,
specific involved in what you just said? We will
I-
fuck our
I
their
agree with
freedom
Crixus.
our cock.
You agree with Crixus?
It's been a
At
strange
last, you come to reason with me.
Really fucking weird there. Like,
The,
First of all-
the dynamics of this group have really started to change for us. That's all right. Well, you know
So-
what? Let's do it.
Go ahead. Yeah, we just need some kind of a signal
Yeah.
to let them know when it's time to come in.
I might have something. Hold on. Let me look.
So yeah, you guys are planning
I have-
to head
No,
into...
that's my other character.
You guys are gonna head into the snake pits, find whoever you're looking for, and then once you have that, like, try to get a message to bring into the force proper.
Oh, fucking Greg
Right.
has message.
Yeah, I do.
I had a
I
message.
don't know the range
Yeah.
on message.
Yeah.
100 feet, I think.
100
Also,
feet, yeah.
like, if so,
120 feet.
Yeah, that should
Oh,
be
yeah.
enough.
And
Yeah, that
also,
should be
if
good.
like if Recall has message and then Greg has message, even if it was too long, we could just like have Recall send it to Greg and then Greg sends it to them, right?
Just
The
out
only
to
thing-
Sabine or whoever.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
Whoever needs to like sound the alarm to like go in and fuck everybody's shit up.
We have
Yeah, the
we
only-
have technically 2 days until this happens, right?
A day in there.
one more sleep.
Okay, so I need to either use my disguise kit or come up with
Wouldn't
some
it be
sort
two
of.
more sleeps?
Uh,
Oh, no.
This is like earlier in the day,
Because
right?
we're early in the morning. You're right.
yeah,
you're right.
not tonight, but tomorrow night.
yeah,
But I
you
I
have
need
one
to
more sleep.
I need to disguise myself somehow because if they recognize me as an Iron Fist, this is all going to go to shit.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think you
we'll
could
go
probably
with time for
find
that.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you
like
could
we
find-
could probably buy you
I
a
can,
cloak or something.
I have a disguise kit that I could use, or
Oh,
yeah, I could buy a
perfect.
cloak.
We
or
could
something.
put a fake nose on you.
I mean, yeah, you could just not wear Iron Fist clothing.
Right. Yeah, I guess that makes
Also,
way more sense
also
than the disguise
okay.
kit. What?
Excuse me.
Pardon?
There are other cloaks.
Yeah. Do I have any other clothes? I don't think
Uh,
We
I
could
have any
probably
more.
buy some. We have like an entire day.
Oh, I have a costume. I could wear a costume.
I'm gonna say just because message says specifically that it can't go through like a foot of stone and stuff like that. It can only go around corners and stuff. You would probably need something else other than message, or you would need to have like someone near the door that you could message from inside the place, maybe.
Yeah.
To have,
So
like,
like we said, Recall messages to Greg, who's by the door, who messages to the outside. Yes.
Yeah, that would work.
How big would you say that this building is? That
It's kind of hard to say because it's underground. It's not like a proper building. It's like built
Right.
into the ground. But the main room that you were in, is probably about 100 feet across. It's like a large circular room. But then the guy said to Peg that the place where the auction happens is a separate area that goes off from it. It would be like a different room and everything. So you wouldn't be sure how close it would be, right?
Do we have any other ways of getting word outside?
We
Well,
could set the
I
place on
could
fire.
start yelling.
Or
I can
that.
start yelling.
I've got a big voice. And, yeah, it carries.
Or, like we could just do the old-fashioned, somebody runs to the door, who meets somebody at the door, who goes out and like sends a message.
I mean, if we could just get to the door, then they'll be able to. They'll be close. They'll be able to see us from there.
Who needs doors when I could dimension
So like,
door?
why wouldn't we just like send like make
Oh,
sure
yeah.
that we're within range inside, and then the person we send a message to runs to the door and then sends a message to like, does that not work?
Yeah, Greg, you've got dimension door, right?
Or
Roger
that.
that.
Yeah,
I
so
also
that's
have a Misty Step. So
There's
I also have Thunderstep, but I would
there's
also
one
hurt
major
people.
problem
what's that?
that I just realized. It's kind of a waste
Okay.
that I have dimension door. You can only take someone your size or smaller through it. I think.
Well, that's okay.
Well,
You just
you're
need to get out and let them give them the sign, and then run back in. So you've got like 500 feet on dimension door, right?
What size are you considered? You're still considered a medium size, are you not? Or are you?
Yeah, he's medium.
Yeah.
That's
Am
all
I?
that means.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Dwarves
not
aren't
small.
small.
They're just shorter than normal medium people.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was small.
It's because you're wide, so you're still
Yeah.
medium.
You're
And we're
wide, boy.
particularly fast in short distances.
Okay, well, dimension door to get you out. That'll do it.
Yeah, and like really, we could also use that to be like, you take the slaver guy with you, so you like
Oh,
take him
perfect.
with you, so we don't have to worry about getting him out just in case.
Ah, take that, Darwin. Who's the BAMF for now?
There are gonna be 3 slaves there too that we'll wanna take care of.
Oh, I guess.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Take care
It's
of?
probably
That
no, like take out, it's like get. I mean, like there's going to be more than
you made
3
it worse by
slaves.
saying take out.
Just
Well, in any
fucking
case.
kill them.
To save?
To save, correct.
Yes. But there's going to be like it's an auction. There's going to be more than 3. How do you like? I feel like the show of force, like the force going in, would be their whole idea would be to take down the slavers and rescue the slaves. Yes? No?
Yeah. Well, that's the
So,
plan.
like, that's- I mean, like I don't have any like problem with saving slaves. In fact, that would make me very happy. I just don't know how much responsibility we will take on. Like, we need to make sure that.
Well,
Yeah.
so should we get some kind of a cage ready that Greg and this person can dimension door into, so they can't get away,
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm done with that.
and set it up in a neighboring building or something? That means Greg will be stuck in the,
I
in
can
the
take
cage
him.
as well. But
Okay, the only problem is like Greg might actually kill him.
well, that could be a problem.
See how it goes.
I mean, like, as much as I am very much looking at naming a person beyond the nature of their life, I still need this information. I can't have him dead.
My concern is if Gregulus
And this is
dimension
me
doors out with
saying
this guy.
Just for the
If Gregulus dimension doors out with this guy, I'm guessing he's not just a pushover, right? And then it's 1v1 out in the middle of nowhere while the rest of us are
It's
inside.
totally fair. Yes. Well, I mean, before he dimension door, make sure that he is tied up. Yes.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
I don't like it because I'd rather go in cutting everybody down. But I
Yeah,
could
shit.
cast invisibility on myself, go in, dimension door him out, and no one would be the wiser.
But that still doesn't take away the problem. He might actually fight back.
I'm not
You
worried.
take him out. Also, don't dimension door people have to be willing.
You
as
might
a-
not be able to dimension door him, yeah. I
He
think
has
there's
to
a
be
little
willing.
there's a little
I
bit I
could-
can do to
It
help with
does
that,
seem
but
I could suggest that he should be willing and see if it works.
Well, I
Well,
was
I've got-
throwing invisibility into the fray.
I think we just need to
I feel like
dimension
there's a
door him
lot
out
of ways
into
that this could go
some
wrong.
kind of a cage. Have some of the strong soldiers out there to help you.
It's totally fair. Or we could tie him up before we let him dimension door out, depending on the situation. If it's not a situation where we have time, that's fine. But like, prepare for both.
Prepare for everything.
Yes, we prepare for everything. Well, the DM listens and prepares for ways to like, make us.
What?
At dawn we plan.
What do you
At dawn
mean?
we plan. In the midst of all this, are you guys okay if we take a little bit of a break?
Oh sure.
Yeah, sure.
We can
Oh,
like
like
kinda
a
think
real
of-
life break?
Yes, like
Yeah.
a real life break.
Okay.
Okay, I will. What?
Let's take 5, he said.
Okay, I'll see you in a bit.
Okay, break time.
Bye.
But we're back. Let's do it. There's so many mutes.
Yeah, so last we left off, you guys were making a plan to attack the snake pits. What did you guys all decide on doing? Messaging, and you got the dimension door out from Greg.
But like only if he's willing. So my suggestion has to work on him.
Right, or you convince him, or whatever.
Well, you
Well, I
knock
don't
him out.
think we're convincing him. Okay. But like he has to be like actually willing. He can't just be knocked out, right? Is that
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question. We'd have to get him down to 0 hit points, though, right? So.
Oh no, I don't want dimension doors. Fucking dooring company.
It's in the Roll20 chat.
Oh, is it? Oh yeah.
What? Teleport. Oh yeah, teleport's great.
yeah, one willing
one
creature?
Yeah. So I imagine if you tried to do this on someone against their will, that would be like maybe like a grappling, like a dex save maybe from the person. I don't know how other people have rolled it, but
I would imagine it would
I
be
don't-
a save against his spell
Yeah.
save DC, right? Like probably wisdom,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, probably a wisdom
Yeah, it
save
would
or
be.
whatever.
yeah. I don't
But,
know
like,
how because
Before
it's like
that, I
pulling
could
him through a
use.
door maybe.
Before that, I could use. I could use suggestion to make him willing to come with us.
Yes. Yeah, that would. Work.
My spell save is not very high, so it may not work. But I do have Bane that I'll use on him and some
Ooh,
other people
Bane
as
is
well.
nice too.
Yeah. But
What's
it's
Bane?
only charisma 12, so we'll see.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, like he's a slaver. How high is his charisma? I mean, it could be. Actually, no, it could be high.
The example I always give when people talk about, well, charismatic, aren't they like friendly and
But
happy
like
and likable?
intimidating though.
Well, it's Negan from The Walking Dead. He's extremely charismatic.
Yeah.
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 He'd be like a great example of like a slaver type that's sort of like super charismatic that just sort of brings his followers in just by
Yeah.
being charismatic.
Yeah, well, and then there's also just like the side of charisma where you're just so intimidatingly, like you just scare people so badly. Like there's,
Sure.
I feel like Negan is the charismatic side that like actually makes his followers feel like they're working towards something and they're like there by choice versus like the I will absolutely kill you because I have the ability to kind of charisma where it's just like
I
you
think there's a
feel
bit of
like,
both going on there.
Oh yeah,
there's
no,
a bit of both
definitely,
going
like,
on with
he's,
him.
He's the negative side of he's the negative side of the charming part
Hmm.
of it.
Yeah.
I feel like,
More intimidating than charming,
Yeah.
perhaps. Or
but he does have
persuading.
that certain charm to him though too.
Oh,
Anyways, it doesn't matter.
sure. Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Alright, cool,
Okay,
yeah.
so like the plan is we go in with the password, we find the guy, we I try suggestion on him. If that fails, we make a backup plan. But like I try suggesting on him so that he can be teleported out by Greg. If that fails, we hold him, tie him up, send a message for like the people to come in to like attack, and then we sneak him out otherwise. Yes?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And like if the dimension door does work, if it doesn't work, why doesn't Greg just dimension door by himself? We keep him in our thing, and then he just like tells the outside anyways, so we don't have to worry about the message working.
Yeah.
One of those things is bound to work.
You've got enough things. One of them's just, got to work.
I can also cast hold person or slow. That might help something out.
Yeah,
Why not
that's
just stick
delightful.
them with the pointy end? Just saying.
Because it doesn't get us information as much as I like to, stick people with pointy ends.
And I also have command, although that'll only work for 1 round. That's if they fail, but...
Oh yeah, command's great too.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
What level spell is command?
It's only a 1st level spell.
Oh really?
It only works for 1 round is the thing.
Okay, so like 6 seconds.
Yeah, they do one thing that you tell them, and then they go back to what they were doing.
Okay, I feel like suggestion is probably our best bet.
Yes.
Because that can work up to 8 hours. If I can concentrate for that long.
Okay. Alright, cool. So,
Should I try to bane him first before you do that?
Yeah, no, I'm down with that. That makes it easier, does it not? It gives him a disadvantage on checks? Yes? Or is that just saving throws?
He subtracts a d4.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
From
no, that
saving-
would be
from
great.
saving throws, yeah.
So ban first, suggestion, dimension door out, and then like we bring in the troops.
Let's do it.
Done, let's do it. Let's get this over with.
Let's do it.
Cool. On the side of the king, the people that you requested, he is sending 2 of his Knights of the Nine to act as sort of the de facto leaders of each group. And then he has a group of, there is 12 members of the city guard, the ones from Sabine. You probably see them. They've been outfitted in like much nicer armor. They have like a proper uniform and everything now. And there is like the crest of the eye with like the curl around it. It's like the symbol of Neverwinter. And you also have a group of 8 Sons of Alagondor members that will be coming with you.
Nice.
And yeah, like they'll probably be standing like somewhere in the vicinity of like the entrance. They probably say that like they can commandeer like a house to sort of stand in while they wait for your message to come in. They can probably find like a house just quite close to the doors, and they like sneak people in like over the course of the day and get ready for the message.
I mean, like, I can also give them all the password, too, if they want to be inside.
Yeah, you just give that to, I mean, do you want to
I feel like they're going to want to be in disguise. Like, they can't be in there.
The thing is,
uniform.
there's a lot of people, and they're not the brightest bunch, and also, like, the ghosts are not human.
I mean, the ghosts obviously cannot be inside. I mean, like, they'd be able to walk through the walls anyways. They don't need a fucking password.
It's true. It's very true.
And technically, we're bringing one of the Sons of Alagondor with us.
It's true. Yeah. So, it's just there's a lot of you. But yeah, you could definitely maybe like disguise some of the Sons of Alagondor to come with you.
Yeah, I mean, like, even if they wanted to go in separately over the course of the day to, like, infiltrate so that they have somebody on the inside, and then, like, when the rest of the force goes in, they've got them flanked. Yes?
Alright. Yeah, like, getting into, like, the snake pits is probably fairly easy. And then maybe they could, like, get into the deeper part where the market's happening with the password. How many would you want to come with?
I mean, like, they wouldn't necessarily be coming with us.
Yeah, I just mean how many would you want to come into the snake pits, and how many would you want to stay outside? Because there's 8 people from the Sons of Alagondor, so...
Should we maybe, like, split them in half? Does that sound okay?
Yeah, get like 4 of them just on the inside, just in the upper part, the snake pit part.
Yeah. So they have, like, an idea of what's going on when everybody, like, runs in to raid.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe, like, Crixus had, like, participated in the snake pits at some point, just to earn a bit of money, and, like, they might have, like, heard tale of his, like, adventures in just braiding some hapless fools.
I'm just casually sipping my drink right now, like, oh fuck, what's his name from Breaking Bad when he's having dinner at the Walter's house?
Oh,
Jesse. When Jesse's just taking a sip, when he's taking a sip of water and he's like just looking around, yeah, that's me. Yeah.
What does he say in that scene? It's like, this is great dinner, like it's like fucking great dinner or something. He says something.
Oh
crazy.
yeah. Oh yeah, and fucking what's her face just drops like just fucking shred against Walter. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's
Like
the most
just
awkward
fucking
scene.
destroys him, and he just like great show. Anyway, I digress.
Breaking Bad spoilers. Sorry, guys.
It's okay. I had
Yeah.
no interest in watching it, to be quite honest.
Oh, that's one of the best
Boo.
shows ever on.
So
Is that up? Breaking
Get-
Bad. What
getting
show?
this back on track.
Back on
Let's
track.
get back on track.
I looked in the bag of holding and found that we had 6 nice cloaks. Nice in quotation marks. I think that's how you describe them. I don't remember where we got them, but I'm definitely wearing one to cover up my stuff, and I'm going to take out all of my jewelry.
Oh, I think you bought some like waterproof cloaks when you were like running around in the rain, maybe.
Oh.
But yeah,
Well,
that's fine.
I wrote nice cloaks, so
Yeah,
Hey, nice cloaks.
yeah, that was it.
that's a nice cloak. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, so we have a day to prepare, and then we have a sleep, and then we do the thing. Yes?
Yep. Yeah. So,
Okay.
any things people want to purchase? Any last errands people have before this all goes down? After this, you'll just have like a day, and then like during that, like the day after this all happens, will be when the ship leaves with all the Mintons, which you've agreed to go with. So, you know.
All right.
You won't have like
Let's do
a
it.
huge amount of time after this to
Actually-
do anything.
Okay.
Can I buy
So,
Can I buy ball bearings?
Sure. Yeah.
Could probably get them from Johan.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sure he has a bunch of ball bearings.
That's better. So I'll save it for when we go to see Johan. It's not a necessity.
I mean, you can just say you buy them.
Yeah.
I think they're only
It's
like a
not like
gold
a-
or something.
I don't even think they're a gold, are they?
they're probably like
Yeah, I'm looking at it here on
coppers.
D&D Beyond. It's 1 gold for 2 pounds, a bag of 1,000 ball bearings.
Alright. Cool. Yeah. So just mark off the gold. Give yourself the 1,000 ball bearings.
Sweet. Actually, can I buy 5 bags and keep one on
Sure.
me and put the rest in
I'm mildly
the...
concerned about this.
I imagine it takes you a while. Like, you probably have to go to a couple shops. Like, you can't get them all from Johan. But you can get lots of ball bearings.
Thank you.
I would maybe pick up just a couple of extra nets.
All right. Yeah, sure.
I just want to double check whether I have any.
We have shackles, right?
Oh, I have rope.
Do we have shackles?
I think.
You have
I feel like Darwin had shackles.
I think
Somebody
I did
did.
too. So.
We should probably grab some shackles if nobody else has shackles. I don't think
Well-
I do.
Probably a good idea.
I mean, I think there's some magical slaver shackles that
Where we're going.
we didn't really investigate there, but
Yeah, they
Uh,
mentioned
there?
they mentioned that you could purchase devices to assist with controlling your slaves, but they said like you could purchase them when you arrive, sort of thing.
Okay, so we could probably buy that and see how that works.
Yeah.
oh yeah, let's definitely get as many of those as we can.
Okay, sounds good.
100%.
Perfect. Okay, so that's pretty much we got the whole thing planned as far as we can. Hopefully nothing goes wrong.
who's got the shackles?
We're
Or
going to buy them.
we're just gonna buy those ones.
In
We're not
the-
gonna buy regular
yeah.
shackles.
I just looked back in my notes. I have shackles.
Okay, cool. And I've also got rope. So I'm
Good.
sure in some combination of those things we will be able to get done what we need to get done.
Roger that.
Roger, Roger.
Roger.
Rather.
So yeah, you guys get everything set up for this plan. All the you get pointed out to where everyone's stationed in like a building quite close to the snake pits. It's like fairly close. Like it would take them like maybe half a minute just to like run around the corner and like get inside. And
There are like lots of people and shit in there, right?
oh yeah. Like in total, there are 16 people, and then the 2 ghost knights. So it's like a fairly sizable force. And then you also have the 4 that have gone ahead of you to go inside the snake pits and like sort of hang about in case they're needed. And then you guys are heading in. What kind of disguises are people wearing, if any?
Oh, I didn't
disguises?
realize we skipped to the next day already.
Oh, I'm just, we're just trying to get through so we can just
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
get into it.
I assume Peg is Darwin.
Yes. It will be Darwin.
Alright.
I will. You know what? I'm just gonna look like myself.
Yeah,
That's fine.
same.
I mean, like you all came in as my slaves, looking as yourself, anyways. So
Right.
It's very true.
Me, I've
Okay,
changed-
so,
I've
like,
changed.
we
I got
head
the
up
cloak
to-
on and stuff.
we head up to the entrance, and I lean into the guy and go, "Hello, I am looking to conduct some horticultural business. You know."
He sort of kind of like looks at you while you're being funny, and then you say horticultural business, and he goes, "Oh, right. Oi, Jim, watch the door for a bit. Follow me, sir," and takes you
Like-
inside.
Clap after everybody and be like, "With me."
Just for the record, I'm gonna be in the middle of the group and not right behind her this time.
Okay, fair enough.
Because I swear to
Um,
God, I will cut her.
Alright, so yeah, you guys head inside, and as you come inside, there's that sort of like kind of thick smoking sort of smell when you're inside. It's that smell of like cigars and stuff that seems to be lingering around. There's like a whole bunch of people at all the different tables. It's not like packed yet, but there's a lot of people in it at this point, just having like a bunch of drinks. You can probably notice down in the pits there's a couple people cleaning up. There's like some blood splattered on the sand, and there's a big lineup at the place where all the bets were made as people try to like cash out and whatnot from the fight
Can
that
I
has
see?
just happened.
Can I see the boss guy anywhere?
You give me a perception check. I imagine you probably looked up towards like the VIP area.
That's terrible. I got a 14.
14, yeah. You give like a quick look around as you're like going through, but it's kind of smoky in here. It's kind of hard to see, and as you like get a quick glimpse of like the VIP area, you can just see a couple people moving around, and it's hard to tell who exactly is up there. And the guy you go and get to this like sort of single door that's seemed to be made out of this like thick steel. It looks fairly well reinforced, and he pulls like a key off of his belt and puts it into the lock and knocks on it and shouts through it. We've got some people for some horticulture, and there's like, yeah, all right. I'm from the other side of the door, and you hear like another like fiddling with like keys on the other side and like an unlocking, and then the door sort of like swings open, and you notice there's like keys on both sides of the door, and the guy next to you waves you in. After you, sir. You'll be taken to a booth once down there, and the horticulture will be shown to you.
Okay,
He
so like
he like struggles with the word horticulture every time he says it.
just so we are aware, I was told by your boss that I would be able to have a personal meeting with one of the members of the Black Bones in order to purchase and make good decisions, because I have not had much luck with my horticulture.
Oh yeah, yeah. The boss is down there. Mate, could you just show them the boss? Do you know what he is? And the guy on the other side is like, yeah, I can do that.
That sounds great, thank you.
And the guy goes, okay, I'll leave you to it. And he sort of like kind of bows to you, and sort of, you get the impression he's kind of scared of you. Maybe he hasn't had like good experiences with like the sorts of people.
With slave owners? Why?
Yeah, crazy thought. Who would have guessed?
No.
What?
And yeah, like the guy behind the door sort of waits for you guys to all sort of like file in, and then shuts the door and relocks it behind you. And yeah, he leads you through. There's like a short little like few steps that go down, and it leads out into this darkened hallway that widens out pretty far. And he says, yeah, sir, this is where some of the more dangerous creatures we have for sale are. We don't have a huge selection at the moment, but we have a few.
Okay, I am not interested in your creatures. I want to speak to your boss so I can get my business conducted. Just lead me to your boss.
Okay. And he sort of like hurries off. Like, okay, just after me. And
on the way through, can I get a look maybe through some windows or doors or something at what those creatures were?
Yeah, sure. You sort of like have a quick browse as like you're going down, and like the first few are like pretty simple things. Like there's one that is just like there's a bunch of like smaller cages, and they each have like a wolf inside, and it's like wolf, and there's like a sign that says like wolf, 100 gold, starting bid sort of thing. And then like you get down, and there's like maybe a bear, like a brown bear, a few dogs and stuff like that. And there's a big cage with instead of bars, it just has like plating, so you can't see inside it. And the sign says basilisk on the front of it. And what else is there? There's one with a brick inside, and the last one, when you get to the end, is
Velociraptor.
there's like a bunch of velociraptors. Let me just roll for it.
Clever girl.
It's a group of apes. There's a group of like 4 apes in the last one.
Oh
Okay.
my god, what if we had a basilisk as a pet? Just saying.
And yeah, like he leads
Kind
you
of sounds like
through
you're
and,
stoned.
And
Nope.
once you get into
Just
like
like
the
pets.
main room, it kind of looks like sort of like a theater where you have like as you get to the back, there's like a bunch of seating that leads down, and then there's like a stage in front of it, and it sort of like curves around on one side. But the seating areas have all been like sectioned off into little booths with like walls on either side, and like behind them, to try and give like each group a bit of privacy. And the guy like leads you down to one of the booths over on like the left side of not on like against the wall, but a bit more left from the center. And says, here is your table. Can I get you any drinks?
Do I see the boss anywhere in the vicinity?
You look down and you can see him like up on the stage, like talking to some people, like giving sort of
I'm
orders.
sorry. I believe what I said to you was that you would take me to your boss because we had business to discuss. Why am I sitting at the table right now?
Yes. I'll go get the boss. He's just.
Thank
in
you.
the-
Go. I don't want your explanations. Just go.
Okay. Okay. He just like runs off.
Jeez, they fucking help these days.
How many people do we see in the room right now?
So from as you were like coming in, you probably passed through a couple booths, and you'll notice like the first one you probably passed by, there was a group of like people. They were all wearing sort of like cloaks, trying to like hide their faces and stuff, and they have like they had like 4 sort of guard types, a bit of muscle, just sort of standing at the front of the booth, and they sort of like give you a bit of a glare as you walk past if you're like looking at them. They don't do anything though, but like, and that you probably get you count like the number of booths, and there's, I would say maybe like 12 in total. And they're all sort of spread apart a bit, but it's hard to see into all of them just with the shielding up around them. Also, to give me a perception check.
All of us?
I would say, if you want, I was just going for Timon as he was like looking around.
No, that's fine.
12.
12. Yeah. Yeah. You don't notice anything in particular other than that. You notice there isn't actually any like human like slaves on display at all. But once you get to the booth, there's like one of those sort of like paddles that people have at auctions with the number 7 written on it. And yeah, you sent the guy off before he could offer to get you drinks. So
Did I happen to notice the bad looks that people were giving Timon for looking around?
Roll me a perception check just to see if you like maybe noticed it. I imagine you're like at the front, but you might have like spotted it.
11.
Yeah, no, probably not. It was just like a quick look between them. It wasn't like anything huge. So yeah, once you guys get there, if you don't do anything, the boss eventually comes up to talk to you, and as he gets there, he sort of says, Darwin, what can I help you with?
Hello, my friend. I'm sorry. In my haste to get good service yesterday, I forgot to ask your name. What may I call you, sir?
Or, you can just call me Hector. I
Hector.
run this joint.
Okay. So, like, due to our agreement, am I to talk to the Black Bones representative now?
Yeah, he hasn't arrived just yet. He told me he'd be arriving. So I'll give word to you once he's arrived. He seemed interested to speak to you. He always liked.
I should hope so. I plan on spending a very large amount of money with him.
That's what he likes to hear. He's always
Don't
happy to
we
have a
all,
good
sir?
partner. There will be someone coming round just for a quick security check. Don't worry about it too much. It's just to see that we haven't got any secret guests with us today, something like that.
Secret guests. What do you mean by this? Do you get raided? This is something I worry about.
Oh yeah, we've had a couple people try to sneak in here before while invisible. Couple people try to sneak in, try and get a look at the goods, and yeah.
And how do you deal with this? This security is very interesting to me, as I may go down if this place goes down. How do you take care of these problems?
Oh, they were dealt with in a certain way. Don't worry, you won't have to deal with any interlopers like that. We take care of all of the unwanted attention. You have my guarantee.
I should hope so, sir.
I see that you have not got any drinks. Can I send someone over with some?
Yes. I would love actually just a water for me. I like to keep my wits about me when I am doing business.
Very, very wise, yes. And any for your underlings?
Yes, they may have a glass of water too.
I'll bring some bowls out for them to drink out
This
of.
is perfect. Make sure you put them on the floor, please.
Oh my God, it's taking everything for me not to spit again.
The thought of drinking water has
what is
Brigoless
this
madder
water
than he's
shit?
ever been.
Yeah.
The greatest of insults. Cool, yeah, and he walks off. Yeah, as the guy comes back, sorry, not the guy, the person who brought you in does come back with like water and stuff, and then shortly after, a person comes along in wearing sort of like a purplish cloak. Timon, can you roll me a history check?
Yes, I can. Nope.
Nope. Yeah,
Nope.
No weekend.
Yeah, you would just forget you ever made that. So yeah, this guy in this cloak comes up, and as he gets closer, you can kind of tell he's got like really dark circles under his eyes. He's got like some sort of circular-ish tattoo at the top of his head that seems to lead back, but it's like covered under his cloak. And he walks up. The cloak is kind of tattered. It looks really old. And as he comes up, he sort of bows to you, Darwin, Peg. Bows to Darwin, quotations. And
Yes.
he says, I am here to conduct a magical search. I hope that is within your understanding, mister. God damn it.
What kind of magical search is this?
It's simply to check that you have not been perhaps confused by magic or under any sort of illusions or disguises of that sort. So
Oh
it
man.
won't take
Oh,
long.
you know what, sir? I feel like you have no need to do this to me. I am fine. And I cast suggestion on him.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Very well.
Oh man.
Would I be watching this?
Oh yeah,
Sure.
you,
Just
You're right
watching
yeah,
this?
he,
Okay, yeah.
yeah, like he walks up and is just talking in like fair view of everyone. That's wisdom. So. That's an 11, so I think he fails.
Yes, he failed!
Oh man,
Also,
that could have been
No,
bad.
just for the record, suggestion isn't one of those spells where they can tell whether it's been cast or not.
No.
Yeah, like he won't notice. It's just like that verbal sentence that he
Yeah.
hears,
Yeah.
and he just follows the order. And you say that, and then again, there's that sort of glazed look over his eyes for a second, and then he just sort of goes, "Yes, sir. I will leave you to your business," and just
Oh,
walks
thank
off.
fucking God.
These aren't the
Woo!
Whew.
That's pretty good.
Like, even if he couldn't tell that you had cast that spell, he still would have checked everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and then that would have gone really bad, but like, yeah.
Yeah.
Whew.
So yeah, do you guys want to do anything? There's probably a bit of a wait before you get informed of the Black Bones member arriving. But
I mean,
so
I
if there's
guess
anything you guys
it-
wanted to do while you're in here?
like I would like to, you know, sit and take a scan of the room and just try to like taking as much detail of it as possible, like everybody, just like the faces and
Yeah, so-
mannerisms and
Just to go into the room a bit.
whether
Um,
I recognize anybody that I wouldn't expect to be here as somebody who would own a slave.
Yeah,
You know.
right.
Anybody that I
Uh,
need to kill later.
Roll me a quick perception check. Can maybe just do it with advantage because everyone else is probably just like looking around as well.
Yeah, like, is there another, like, a little door that
21.
it seems like they'd be bringing the slaves in
crit?
from, or...
Yeah.
It's
So
not great.
21's pretty good though.
Yeah.
And as you're looking around, the room, as a general, it's made out of this like smooth sort of tiled stone, and the booths themselves are the walls and stuff are made out of wood, and there's like a bunch of wooden seating inside. Then there's like steps that lead all the way down, kind of like a amphitheater sort of thing, but like underground. And then there's that sudden step up onto the stage, where the floor is made out of this like sort of wooden sort of like paneling. And then either side of the stage, you can tell there's like these curtains that people are coming in and out of from the back, and they're bringing these sort of like large box type things with sort of like blankets thrown over them, and they look pretty heavy. Like a couple people have taken each one, and they look big enough that a person would fit inside, right? And at the front of the stage, there's like a sort of not quite microphone. It's like a stand with like a stone set into it. It's probably reminiscent of the thing that Gregolis used when he was performing. To like it projects like voices around. You maybe get like a bit of it,
Okay.
just from ambient noise.
Do I recognize anybody in the room at all that
Yeah.
might be buying?
So the workers that seem to be moving around, just there's a fair mix of like races, and they're all wearing these sort of like iron sort of like shackle type things around their necks.
Okay, so they're slaves.
Yeah, that they look slave-ish to you, and the
I would
people
probably
come in-
recognize these shackles since I have been a slave myself, yes?
Yes, I
Okay.
think you would probably be aware of what they are. They're magical in nature,
Mhm.
and they tend to be attuned to a specific object of like their owner, and they allow the owner to sort of like send pain into the person wearing the collar as sort of like a
Okay.
sort of like control manner. You probably have
Um,
horrible memories of these things.
Yes, no, absolutely. Super PTSD. I would like to wave somebody over and inquire about purchasing those collars before the auction.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, we can get to that. I'll just finish describing
Okay,
everything.
cool.
There is a few other groups that come in. You had a 21, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just the groups that come in after you probably like get a reasonably good look at. The first group that comes in, you can they're sort of like walking in. They have these same like cloaks, and the couple like stronger fellows sort of like come through, and the men sort of like the guards. You can tell are obviously orcs, like half orcs, and they seem to be wearing fairly like tribal looking armor, like it's all like leathers and stuff. And they sort of like push their way through. The guy just gets like, as he's bringing them through, just gets knocked on his ass by one of them as like they come like charging through, and like they start bringing like a large amount of ale to that table, like a lot. Regulus, you probably get annoyed at how much ale they get brought.
With your bowl of water.
The bowl of water is on the floor.
Yeah. After that, there is a single person that comes through, wearing a completely red sort of like mask. It's just like a disc that's like just red, and they're wearing this deep red sort of like cloak, and like they're just on their own. They just walk in, and they don't have anyone show them to their seats. They just walk in and take a booth, and the last group is the Blackbones group, which I can describe after you've like talked to maybe the guy about the collars, if you want.
Okay.
As the Black Bones enter, can I like try to basically Homer Simpson back into the bush? Like,
Oh yeah, like if you don't want to be seen, it's very easy to just stay inside the booth and not be noticed.
I mean, like, also the nature of like you guys acting as my slaves would mean that nobody would really be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yep. All right. So yeah, at some like after you ask for a look at these collars, a guy comes over. He's wearing like fairly nice clothes. He looks like he's sort of like a salesman of sorts, and he brings over this sort of like he has like a couple people bringing over like a chest with behind him, and they set it down, and he bows to you, Peg, and says, "Hello, sir. I've been told you're looking to buy some of our merchandise that is more magical in nature."
Yes, I was looking
devices.
for some of your slave collars. Yes.
Yes, I noticed that your goods behind you are lacking in the control nature. Would you be interested in one for each of them? They are just here behind me.
I am thinking about experimenting a little bit. Magic is not my thing. I like to not go into it if not necessary. So I kind of want to start out with like maybe 1 to 4 of them, depending on the price. Yes.
Of course, yes. I understand some of our customers prefer the more old-fashioned nature.
Yes,
nothing-
whips and chains. Yes.
Of course, yes. These would obviously just make the process far easier, I can tell you that. And yes, for the low price of 100 gold each, we would happily hand them out to you. There would be the charge of an extra 100 gold for a device to control these devices.
Okay. Okay. So
would only
since
need
this
one
is
of
an
those.
experiment, I will buy the control device. I will buy one for now.
Yes.
And when I figure out whether I like them, I will absolutely be back. I'm happy to spend money in this place. This is where I want to spend my money. But so if I give you 200 gold, you give me the control device in the collar, yes?
Of course, yes.
Okay,
That could
perfect.
certainly be fine. Yes,
Let's
and
do
he,
that.
like,
I will give you 200 gold then. And I hand it
great,
over.
thank you. Yes. How would you like the control device to be displayed? I know that some people like to disguise it as perhaps a ring or an amulet. Others have had it as a simple staff or a wand of sorts. What would your preference be?
A ring would be perfect.
Oh, yes, we can do that, certainly. And he snaps his fingers at the two guys, and they bring out this small sort of wooden box and set it down on the table. And then he gets given the salesman guy. He gets given like this little sort of like ring box, and sort of hands it out to you and says, "That will be 200 gold then, sir."
Okay, I hand my gold over and I have the gold. Perfect.
All right, cool. And yeah, he
Going
bids
to
you.
put it all in my bag and I will wear the ring.
Alright, yeah, you like whip the ring out and like put it on. And yeah, he thanks you and bids you
Thank you
a
very much, sir.
good business night and heads off with the two guys in the box.
And like just very subtly Peg turns around and just in Darvin's body just gives like this really subtle just thumbs up and like weirdly gleeful smile.
Yeah, you guys are probably terrified from the implications of this.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Alright. And yeah, as the group, you probably recognize just as the Black Bones kind because it's the only dwarf other than Gregulus that you've seen since you've been here. There's this this figure that comes in. He's this dwarf walks in, and he has 8 guards with him. They're all sort of like walking around him in step, and they make sure that like no one gets close to him. They're like walking around as sort of like the protect the president sort of type deal. Like they'll walk ahead, they'll like push people out of the way, they'll like clear the path, that sort of thing. And the dwarf himself, he isn't wearing like a cloak or anything. He has a fairly dark complexion, but he hasn't got any hair or beard or anything. He's like completely bald, and he has these large like golden chains that rest sort of like on his over his neck, and like a large number of like jewelry up his like arms and like on his fingers. And you can see there's like he's wearing like 2 swords stuck in like his belt. And
Okay, so he looks like an asshole.
Hey,
yeah,
he looks like me.
he looks alright.
But that's it.
And yeah, he walks over to the table and into his like booth. It's like not quite in the center. It's probably like it's quite far. It's like a couple booths over from you guys, and yeah, they start like getting some drinks brought over. Not as much as the orcs, but like a couple. And yeah, a few minutes later, the boss guy walks up to you, Darvin.
Oh, now you done it.
Oh, yeah, I think something just like smashed somewhere.
In your house?
It wasn't me.
I think it might have been.
It's poltergeist.
Give me a second, guys.
Okay.
D&D Beyond.
I feel like we should actually start just talking up Greenleaf Geek because, like,
That's an
local,
actual place. Who?
like
Yeah,
an
she's
actual
great.
place.
Yeah.
She is fantastic. She makes amazing dice, and she's from Peterborough, which is where we. I mean, like
Hey,
we're
hey,
in
hey,
the
hey.
vicinity of. What?
This is the internet. You don't tell where you're from.
Yeah, it's fine.
Ah,
It's a city.
I feel like
It's a
that's
city, it's
20-year-old. 20-year-old.
In which part of the world, though? I wonder.
The UK.
Oh,
The UK.
I don't know, eh?
Greenleaf Leah
But, like-
of Greenleaf Geek is a wonderful lady. I am currently waiting. I did her Kickstarter during the pandemic. I'm waiting for
Yeah.
her key fish. She
Oh, I
made a
didn't
key
even
fish
know that
like.
happened.
Well, I have a key fish, but I'm getting a whole set of key fish as well.
Right, I forgot about that. I wish
Yeah,
I'd been able
so-
to go into that. I just have my D20.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get another D20 and a whole set. So that, I mean, I just did it because COVID and whatever, right?
Yeah.
And so,
I'm excessively
yeah,
jealous.
like
I want an entire
I have
set.
like a couple of her dice, and I bought a couple of just like random T6 or whatever they're called dice from her too that have cool designs, and I'd rather go to her than. I mean, with all I love Grey Guardian games and I love Dueling Grounds, but I go for them for Magic, and I go to her for all my D&D stuff. So
Yeah. Well, and I
She's
mean, like,
a
really, at the
really-
end of the day, I prefer they maybe more expensive, but I prefer to go to somebody that makes. Like, I know that she has, she's found a way to be able to provide dice to more people by like going through a company, but also like she hand makes a lot of her dice, and I'd rather go with somebody that does that.
a lot of them are really cool too. So yeah,
Yeah.
Greenleaf
Geek.
Geek.
Also, her partner makes donuts, tragically dipped.
Mm.
What?
Oh.
Okay, I
Yep.
did not know
Oh, yeah.
that.
Yeah,
That-
that's the thing.
Drop everything we just said. Handmade
Fucking
donut. Do not
donuts.
go to Greenleaf Geek and go to. I forgot
I
what you
feel
said.
like
Tragically,
that's like-
Tragically
dipped.
dipped.
I feel like that's
Tragically
more of a
great.
local
Yeah.
thing, though. Like having
Yeah.
your donuts delivered to you across the world, they're not going to be. Whereas your
No.
dice are going to be still in good condition.
Oh my goodness, let's get back to work here, folks.
I feel like
Stand back.
this is a
Yeah, I'm
really
back,
good
I'm
ad.
Okay.
Dan, is your house safe?
Yeah, the cat just knocked a candle holder off.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
all right.
Yeah.
My cat the other
That's-
day decided to knock
not surprising.
everything off my top shelf, and I was like, "That's fine, screw you too." But I only
That is
paid.
the most posh thing I've ever heard you say. Yes, my cat knocked the candelabra off.
It was a candle holder.
No, I think it was a candelabra. I'm pretty sure.
Especially with the accent, that just makes
Yeah.
it more posh.
Mm,
Hey,
quite.
hey, what can I say?
I have arrived.
Okay, anyways, so
Oh, wow.
So yeah, the boss comes over to you, Peg, and
Yeah.
says, the Black Bones member has arrived. Would you like me to take you over and introduce you?
please, I would love to set up like a very, very brief private meeting. Yes. Is there any place that we could actually meet in like a more private fashion?
That can be arranged. And he sort of like clicks his fingers, and the guy like runs up out of nowhere, and he says, "Prepare one of the meeting rooms. We'll be bringing the Black Bones member down, and you will be having a meeting with this Darwin fellow."
Hector, you are wonderful. You treat me so well. I owe you so much.
Oh, of course. Any good customer is a friend of mine, and he says, if you would like to follow my friend here and down to the meeting room, and I'll bring the Black Bones member with me.
Absolutely. And I just clap my hands and go, with me, and then I follow.
Okay. Is everyone following Peg?
Yes. Yes?
I mean, I have to for sure.
Yep.
How big is this room?
So the room you're in is it's maybe like sort of like a maybe 60 to 80 feet like radius in like a half circle around the stage, and then the stage is maybe like a good like 40 feet across.
So it's pretty big then.
It's a pretty big room, yeah. It's you get the impression that it was meant to hold like a lot of people when it was like being used for normal procedures. Now it's like a lot sparsely used because of all the private booths.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, you head down. He takes you down like a couple of steps and over to the side. And yeah, as you get to the side of the room, you notice a lot of the wall. There are these sort of like subtle-looking doors, where like the front of the doors are like the same stoning as the walls, but they have like the hinges and the outlines. They're not very well hidden, but like unless you're looking for it, they sort of blend in. And he just takes you in one of them, and there's like a small sort of like room with like a table and like 8 chairs, like 4 on each side. And there's like a couple torches on the walls and stuff. It's a bit claustrophobic, but it's private. And he sort of waves you in and says, my boss will be here shortly, and leaves you to it.
Thank you. Seems like a really good time for I don't care how fucking big the fireball.
What?
Said it seems like a really good time for I don't care how fucking big the room is fireball.
Calm yourself.
I don't have fireball, I'm just saying.
I'm waiting. I'm biding my time.
I feel like
I'm
I
glad
feel
Peg
like-
used that scroll of fireball real quickly after she got it. 'Cause
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
forgot I had that.
yeah.
Yeah. It like toasted a bunch
I
of
mean,
undead,
like-
I think.
To be fair, I feel like fire is not really her thing anyways.
Yeah, it's
So-
like drowning people. is
She'd
more
rather
your
just
thing.
drown people or like spewing out their eyeballs.
So
Yeah.
Something slow and painful rather than like really quick and painful.
this room, we were just brought in by the head guy of the sandpit, not the Black Bones guy, right?
Yeah,
No,
the Black
it-
Bones guy is coming.
Yeah, the
With or without his guards, I'm not sure.
the
Okay, I'm gonna
person that brought you in is just like a worker at the place. The boss went to get the Black Bones member.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand by the door in the corner, kind of just looking at the ground like the good old beaten slave I am. Thanks a lot, Peg.
Yes, sure.
Wow!
And I'm gonna keep my eyes low for when they come in,
Jesus
because
Christ.
I don't want to
Okay,
meet their
so,
eyes,
like,
and I don't want them to
see-
recognize me.
Yeah, no, like totally fair. Seeing this kind of behavior, I just want to like step beside him while like we have a chance and just be like, listen, I get that this is fucking terrible for you, but I've been a slave. I know exactly what kind of this out of slave. This is nothing to you or our relationship. I really like you, by the way. And she just like walks down and just sits down.
I'm just playing a part, Peg.
Shut up!
Darvin. Okay.
They're going to come soon.
Shh. And I stop talking.
Yeah, and a minute or so passes, and then the door opens once again, and you see the guard members that were around the Black Bones member. They're fairly large-looking human folk, but they have fairly well-made looking sort of like armor, and one of them is wearing like full plate and has this. It's all sort of like painted in like sort of like black sort of like swirls and stuff. It's not completely black. It kind of looks sort of like wavy almost. And he has this like large great sword on his back. The rest just have like long swords and shields and whatnot.
Okay, so sorry, we're in a room with the Black Bones guy, the boss, and how many of his guards?
He brings in I'd say probably like 3. So it's like 3 in him,
Okay.
and then the rest probably just stay outside, like in the booth.
Okay.
And as he comes in, he sort of looks around and goes, "So, who is the fella that asked me to come over here then?"
That would be me, sir.
Ah, don't
These-
recognize you.
I am, as you say, fairly new to this slave game. I have my slaves with me. They have been not optimal. So I had heard that your company creates magnificent artwork of slaves. I am
Yeah.
interested in doing business with you.
Let's go look at them. Show them to me. Who's
Okay.
this fella? And he
Who-
points at maybe Timon.
I'd be
He
like,
sort of
dude,
strolls over to Timon.
I'm sorry. Do your slaves have names?
Well, I mean, they did once upon a time. Who do you like to call this fella? And he gives Timon a little slap on the face.
And I'm just
one.
staring at him, not saying anything, just hard eyes.
Slave, eyes down. You do not disrespect your uppers.
Yes, ma'am.
He's a young'un. He's kind of been in this life too long.
Again, not optimal. So what I wanted to discuss with you was the what make your slaves different, and then also I would like for you to take one of my slaves with you for a tour, so that they can kind of gauge how they should be acting and whether your story is worth my time, really.
Yeah, he sort of looks at you and sort of studies you for a second. And he says, "You don't seem like you've been in this business for too long, boy. But let me give you a
Please
demonstration."
do not call me boy, sir, but I understand, yes. It is a fairly new game for me, but let me tell you, I have much money to spend, and if it's right, I would like to spend that money with you.
Oh, I meant no disrespect. Let me show you the things that I expect from my workers.
No.
And he clicks his finger and says, "Number 3, come forward." And that one of the guys steps forward and sort of goes to attention. And he says, "Display your loyalty to me." And the guy says, "Yes, sir." And he pulls out his a dagger from his boot, puts his hand down on the table, and just stabs the dagger through his hand.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And
So you're saying
and,
all of his guards are slaves?
That's the impression you're getting from this.
Do I see any magical devices or anything that would be a mind control device for that guy?
Give me an Arcana check.
Oof.
Yeah, nice. You don't see anything of a magical sort on controlling this guy. The guy doesn't even react as he stabs the dagger in. It just you hit this thunk, and there's you see the dagger go in, and then there's this sort of yank as he pulls it out, and you can see him clench the fist as blood starts slowly dripping out, and he steps back against the wall with the others and stays at attention.
He's my kind of guy. So
Yeah, and the guy sort of waves.
My plan is, so you see this slave in the corner here who looks down. He makes no eye contact. He is facing the wall. He is my favorite. He is my favorite, my lead slave. You know, where you have one slave who does everything for you. Yes.
Yeah, he's seems pretty broken in.
Look at how obedient he is. I would like you to go with my slave to your stock. My slave judges for me, so I do not have to do the work, and he comes back with his Does this work for you? Yes, you go with him.
Yeah. I know I've got a ship coming in sometime soon. I could give you, perhaps for a fee, I could give you first look, perhaps get a pick of the crop. How does
I
that
thought
sound?
you were here for selling tonight. Do you not have stock to look at?
Hey, I like to sell, but if I can sell some sooner, I'm always happy to do so. This is just one of many places, you must understand.
Absolutely, I totally understand. What I'm saying though is tonight you have stock here. I would like my slave to. I would like you to go with my slave to look at the stock, explain the differences in your quality versus other people's quality. Because believe me, I have heard things, but I need, I need the judgment for myself. And then we will make deals for more transactions in the future, yes?
I see. And he sort of looks over at Gregolas and sort of walks over slowly and says, is this slave of yours going to be smart enough? He seems like a pretty dozy looking fella, if you ask me.
You know what? He is the utmost of the rest of my slaves are garbage. I want better. But this one is just like the mwah of he's that one that you trust. I could have a sleepover with him and we could gossip all night, but also he will listen to everything that I do. You know, that kind of slave, yes?
I get an idea of what you're saying.
Not literally, but you know what I mean, yes.
Give me an example.
I trust my slave to do things for me because I don't want to do it myself, and that is the point of slaves.
Why can't you come along? I don't much like dealing with such lowly folk.
Because I feel like it would be a waste of my time if not for me. So I get him to do the judgment. He comes back, he tells me what he thinks, then I get to make the final judgment. Does this not make sense to you? Do you not do this with your slaves? I feel like this is a natural thing.
No, you see, I like to do my business myself. You see, these guys here, they're muscles. They do the things that I don't need to do. Me? I'm the brains here.
Okay, I'm
tell
casting
them.
suggestion and just saying I suggest you go with him.
Okay. So, I need to find the dude. There's a +2. Oh, damn.
Oh, dang.
Oh.
Yep, so,
What
you
kind
got
of
a
ODAM
9.
is that?
That's
That was a
19 plus
Oh, she
2.
can't see.
Yeah, so that's a
Yeah,
21.
Okay, alright.
So I don't think
why
he
aren't you
realizes
watching on
that it
Twitch?
is.
No, he doesn't realize that I cast anything.
Alright. And what was the suggestion again? Out of interest?
The suggestion was I suggest you go with him because of all the reasons that I had suggested before.
Yeah. And I suggest to you, Sonny, if you want to do business with the Black Bones, you better play along. I ain't dealing with no snot-nosed idiot just because he's yours. I deal with you. Alright? I think we're done here. And he just gets up to go.
I thorn whip his ankles, pull him to the ground.
Oh shit!
Did we just roll
Okay,
initiative?
Bane.
I cast hold person.
I think we're gonna have to roll initiative.
Do I get that out as a surprise round?
You would get that attack out as
So
a first action sort of thing.
As
a
an
surprise
aside,
round?
it is
Yeah.
it is
So,
11
sorry,
o'clock
am I
at
getting
night.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peg was the only one that's getting that surprise because
Okay.
everyone else doesn't have a clue what's going on.
Yeah,
that
no,
one
that's
goes off
totally fair.
initiative.
Okay. So do we want to do this next time then?
Yeah.
Yeah, do we want to? call it a night for now.
Yeah, it was 11
Yeah.
o'clock. So
Ooh, jump right into the fight.
Oh, I guess I better roll initiative.
I lost all of my patience.
second one.
12. Oh, I wasn't clicking
Oh.
anything.
Are we actually rolling initiative before this whole thing?
Yeah, might as well. We've all rolled
Okay.
it.
Can I get out my thorn whip attack then? Since it's before
I
initiative?
rolled 12 twice. How awesome.
Yeah. You roll the thorn whip attack, and I'll just like write it into the chat just so we remember it.
Okay, so I got a 26 to hit. And I'll have to remember what the damage is on that. But he gets pulled back 10 feet towards me. Hold on, it's 1d6 plus... What level are we right now? 7?
7.
Okay, so it's 2d6 damage. That's 7 damage. Well, shitty for that. And then for my initiative... Oh, fuck, I closed my fucking window. I think I have a... I want to say I have +3 to initiative, so I think I got a 19.
19. Okay. I'm just writing this all down because otherwise I'll forget.
Yeah, cool.
I guess I could just listen to the thing, but you know.
You could rewatch it on twitch.tv/Gregulus Designs.
Wow.
Everybody but Greg rolled awesome for initiative there.
Yeah.
Did you say you had a
Greg.
19?
Yeah.
19. Alright. Cool. Very nice, guys. It was a pretty fun session.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the fight.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
fight'll be fun.
Get some fucking action.
All right, guys. Well,
Also,
thank you for watching.
I feel really...
Thank you for watching.
really bad
Let's
that
all
was
say
supposed to be-
goodbye, good night, and we'll see y'all
Yeah.
next week.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
And thank you for watching Dungeons, Tires, and Dice. Oh no, I messed it up.
Bye.